Sure, buddy. Welcome to the Smiling Sufferer podcast. On the mic, you got Courageous Corey. On my left, I got my guest, my co-host here, the black station wagon.
This guy, really playing me like that.
The black G-Wagon.
The black James
And
Bond.
today I actually have a special guest, Mr. Foxy P himself.
Ginger.
Foxy P, the man himself. And first of all, I want to thank you so much for coming here today, Fox. This will officially be my first interview.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
okay.
my first interview, and I appreciate you coming through.
I
Man.
like that. You see, as Brian of Tats said, come out our virginity. You said, not come out your own virginity
I
today.
know, right?
It makes sense.
You said they were guilty.
I want to watch and die.
That's not my show, man. Yo, so I'm just gonna go through like a brief history of I've known Fox from way back,
That's
way
That's true.
back,
That's true.
from the Towson days,
Oof.
and back then Fox had this party promotion crew. They used to call themselves Pantanoir.
That ultimate throwback. You're talking about like 2006.
Yeah, that was throwback. Throwback.
Damn.
Pantanoir, and you guys used to throw these parties at Tam Tam.
We used to throw. We started at Tam Tam.
Tam Tam.
I've seen names, man. Not Tam Tam. No
Tam
joke,
Tam.
yeah.
Tam Tam.
It used to be.
Oh yeah,
Tam
the
Tam used to be
Senegalese
in
restaurant
Towson.
now.
They've moved
Yes.
On York Road
York
now.
Road.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo, that thing, not just all around hustle.
Yep.
So basically, like the way that whole thing started, because I'm sure people will look at me and like, this guy a comedian now. I don't know, say they threw party before.
Yeah.
That down now even like helped me finagle my way into the whole comedy thing. So it started off with me. I was in New York. I went to school in Buffalo, UB stand up, and
Oh, you
And
go UB.
I go UB.
You went to UB and you finished really, really early too.
I finished
I remember
early.
because Fox came back to Maryland, right? And Fox looked like I knew. I'm like, this guy can't be more than me. He can't be more than a year or
No,
two
a
older than
young
me.
guy
But
now.
he was in grad school, and I kept
no.
wondering like, how this
know
guy,
me,
how this
people
young
know
guy could take grad
I've been,
school?
I've been no book before. Live story. Man.
Yeah.
That my grad school now 4.0 GPA now.
Yeah,
We
shit.
carry the whole thing.
Oh,
But
shit.
when I was in school in Buffalo, I graduated from Buffalo, went to work for this one company as a system engineer.
Yeah.
Halfway through that year, these people that like me, that they give me internship, everything. Halfway through the whole year of working there, that's how my guy came and told me that, man, I have something I have to tell you. I said, what's happened now? He said, we're not going to be able to file for you. I said, why now? And I don't already submit everything, HR, everything. He was like, we made a mistake in your HR documents. I said, what do you mean? One of the requirements where America make, and I say, if you want work permit, all this H1B, whatever,
Salary, abi?
you have to show, no, salary.
okay.
You have to show, say, the work need degree.
Oh.
But some
okay.
people, they my department, we get bad associates, we don't even
We
get
don't get
degree,
degree,
because my
okay.
IT job now.
Yeah.
So the guy can't go right, say degree is not required. So he submit that to HR. HR can't look at that and say, man, you sure? You sure they don't want to check this thing again? And so then submit that to lawyer. Lawyer can't come back and talk, say, well, they don't feel file for that position. So my back and say, let me get back into it now. They no grill. They were like, that's it. So by like May, I don't already know, say by December, they're going to be out of status.
So and that was how you ended up going back to grad
So I
school.
went back to grad school. So
And I remember back then it was only engineers that usually had that privilege. If not nothing you do or something, oh man, a long thing.
nobody get your time now. So I saved up a whole bunch of money. I think I saved maybe like 22 grand.
Yeah.
Thinking I was gonna have to pay for school, for grad school. On my move come Maryland, man.
Yeah,
My cousin.
and Fox moved to Maryland. I remember him. He used to wear those Kangol hats back then.
Oh,
this was long
Jesus
before you started
Christ.
with these hats.
Oh,
That was all Fox used to wear.
that
And that was how you knew Fox from afar. You just saw this dude with. When once you saw Fox, you knew who he was.
So you have to understand. Say I mean, as a short guy, as a petite guy, you have to make sure, say,
You
from a
stand out.
distance, you
Yeah.
have to stand out.
Yeah.
So that way, just in case people want to ride you, they don't look so okay. Now that guy be that. Not be say if I be fight or you big anyhow.
Yeah, so and by the way, I remember once seeing Fox scrapping, and he's not someone to play with either. Cool. So back then, I also had a crew, right? Party crew.
Ambassador.
Fox had started before us, and we were trying to get in. And Fox, they were like our biggest competitors, so there was always a little bit of tension, even though we were boys, right? And one of my guys, Max,
Oh.
I remember there was this one time that something had happened at
for
a
Kweju's
door,
Kitchen.
for Kweju's Kitchen, and then
2007
you guys got into it.
Years.
But all this, first of all, this name drop that we are doing first. Say these people not gonna pay us money. Man.
No, Mike's not married. Don't want to. I don't get anybody time again now.
I say all
send
this
anyone.
Tam and Kweju Kitchen where we
Nah,
name
that
drop.
was-
No,
But
it's like
back
to
then, Max
advert,
was taller than everybody. But Fox squared up with you. I remember you landing a few too.
Yeah, no.
And but yeah, those were back in the days.
No, those are things. Okay, so people don't know. Like, and I'm saying this not to try to carry any kind of muscle on the street or anything, but I actually boxed from my school. So I, like New York Golden Gloves, like state championships,
Yeah.
all that.
If you go to Fox's house, you see pictures all over the place.
Go see pictures, go see trophies and
Trophies and
everything,
shit.
So if not that one, we sabi, we throw down on that one. But
Yeah.
that was just a phase, man. But you don't even let me finish that story. We
Okay.
get time limits.
Go on. Well,
No,
we
go
have
on,
a time
go
limit,
on,
but go on,
go
go on.
We get
Take your
time
time.
limit for real.
we get like.
Okay, so
Just
man,
they go.
Yeah, they go. Talk.
So I moved here with like 22 grand, and my cousin Bertrand Uge, God bless him, do be seen my name. When I saw the guy just hooked me up. The place where they work for campus there, there was a graduate assistant.
Yeah.
So they were paying his tuition, and he was just doing small
In
work
Towson,
for,
right?
Yeah, for admissions office. So as I just come like this, and I saw him just tell him, say, look, I'm graduating, this
This
other
person,
guy, this guy sabi this work. I know sabi pay. When I saw the guy just, because I get IT background, but I don't sabi anything about DBA. When I make on they run everything for the undergraduate admission.
Shout out
For
to
real.
All those people will be saying they come visit
Towson,
the
they do that
school.
stuff. Me say, I work for Towson too.
Oh, you said work for
I
Towson too?
I work
They
for
did.
OTS.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Look at life now.
Yeah.
Also, like a similar situation
Yeah,
too,
officer
right?
technology.
See now, person I tell you,
Person
say,
just,
see,
yeah,
yeah.
say,
So now, so as they just set me up, we say I don't need to pay tuition. I can't look, say, see all this money what I get. The first thing I do is I go collect 1 2-bedroom apartment. I don't get roommate. And at that time, being Jesus Christ, 2005, I think I was 21 years old. Get 2-bedroom apartment. We say everybody they stay for their mad basement. My house come become party house.
I remember.
From then I saw party. We can't start that Pantanoa, which now 2 guys, CJ, an African American dude who's half Jamaican, and Babacar, we be saying a Senegalese boy, but Babacar bows. Babacar get babes. He know babes for school.
Yeah.
Can't tell us say more. We say think of names and can't say more go with Pantanoa. I said that name sounds sophisticated. I don't know. So this guy in nickname na Black Panther.
Okay.
And in French na Pantanoa.
So the
So
guy,
he just using name.
so he named the crew after himself.
If I made this
Smart
podcast, we
guy.
could.
And the guy black, I remember. He black guy.
The guy bows, but it was definitely a great experience. So it was from there. Started doing the parties, and then after a while, I got tired of the whole party thing. I think maybe like 2008, 2009, I got tired of it. I can't look. Say, waiting be the next hustle, man. That's what the comedy thing they start.
But I know you got into Giddy Lounge podcast at one point too.
That
Right?
from the comedy starting. Now.
Oh, so that was how it started. So the comedy came first. Now I remember the comedy thing, right? I remember when you guys started. It was you, them Capone.
And
You guys had your little
Tout's
cool.
Kitchen now.
when I jump
we
like
don't jump.
16 different years old. 2008, we did a stage play.
Yeah.
Where we say I just show up now. The Bassi brothers. I don't know whether you know. I know Bong.
I know them.
T-shirt,
Yeah.
Where they
Yeah.
dance, and they dance like this.
Yeah, him and any brother Edikan. Whether they dance,
Yeah,
Mambo
I
Boys.
remember them. I remember them.
Anybody who don't go school for Maryland, go know them. So they did a stage play
Yeah.
for Morgan. As they do that stage play now, so they put Komi.
Okay.
Where we say I'm our partner like 2 seconds. Like pastor they lay hand on us. Me I be person where we say I get coins something they worry me.
Yeah.
Komi they crease. So I'm gonna draw the whole practice sessions and everything. I was like, man, this comedy, this guy, you funny guy, so your physical comedy.
Wait, so you guys just did like an act, right?
We were acting where like actors where they just carry because this guy
Extras,
can't join.
extras.
Okay, so it was like a comedy special.
The-
Kind. So it wasn't like you were actually doing
no
stand-up comedy.
nah, stage
Okay.
play.
Okay.
So that two
You know
things
those
might happen.
Okay.
SCS kind of, well, let's say ADC kind of.
ADC kind of
those
stage
ADC
play,
kind
that
of
kind of
stuff.
thing.
I remember.
Yeah, but they did it really well.
Yeah.
But
They
at,
did that
but
more
at that point, did you already have an inkling
at
for
all.
comedy?
Nothing.
You
Two
weren't
things
even thinking
happened that
that far.
day. Two things happened for that show. Number one, I found out that Jaiye, the comedian Jaiye,
I remember
It's
him.
2007, 2008. I found out that they paid him, I think $3,000 to come and do 10 minutes. 10 minutes of stand up. I say, how? 10 minutes. It was funny, but I was still like, God damn, and the paper said 3K. Immediately, the Igbo boy in my head just went like, this is not cash money right there.
Yeah.
Then I saw coming and I was like, come on, man, you funny, Dario. But I know sabi this comedy thing. Give me time. So I took 2 years to start doing stand up. I opened for Tony Tetuila. I did a whole bunch. That time Yahoo's they rain.
Yeah.
Everything in
Maintain.
name. Olu Maintain. I did a whole bunch of those shows, doing stand up, doing little things here and there. And then I did a skit with Black Jesus. And the thing we can't jump everything up. Black Jesus was 2011 for that presidential.
That guy get one song that time now.
Trust Up D's on that.
Yes.
Black Jesus selling crack.
I remember that.
I must be a rapper by force.
I remember that.
So
you know you went to ISI too, right?
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know this. Black Jesus was the first Nigerian. This is before Wizkid, before Two-Face, before anybody. The first Nigerian to hit 1 million views on YouTube. 2006.
Interesting.
Black Jesus
on YouTube. I see the guy.
Like then they fly Black Jesus at the age of like 16, 17, and they fly and go like Australia, go do shows now for like £3,000, like crazy shit.
Wow.
You know, so I did a skit with him. And I saw Giddy Lounge, Benny Bing saw it on there, and he was just like, "Yo, we need to bring this guy on the show." I went to the show. You know, they interviewed me, and you know, I'm from there, man. That's what
the thing about Giddy Lounge was you guys. That was a pretty big show, just in terms of Twitter. That was the first time that we had like discussions around a show, like within the Nigerian community. At least that I remember.
Yeah.
I mean, there were always discussions online, but you had like places like NR. I don't know if you know Nigeria Right. You had like places like
same generation.
you had places like Facebook that had like little groups here and there. But Twitter was the platform, right? Yeah. And everyone was on there, and I think we used to be on Wednesdays, right?
It was Wednesdays at 7 or 9
and literally on Wednesdays, Niger Twitter would trend, and it would be about no rubber. And you guys actually controlled the dialogue at one point, which was very powerful.
That Foxy P show, No Rubber came. No Rubber was already on.
Yeah.
And then we now came. I don't know if they had already started their show, and then we now came, but we did numbers, and I think it was just
okay. Yours was separate.
Yours
separate
wasn't
now
because my own.
Yeah, you're right.
Foxy P show was me, Corny, and Capone.
Yes.
Who's now Matobi and I come the boy.
Okay.
So that's the genesis of the comedy thing.
Okay.
Where we say when Giddy Lounge, you're now like, yo, Foxy P, you have your show. I was not like, I'm gonna come here. I call Corny. I was like, Corny, man, it's time. Oh. They don't talk some more start comedy. So I was supposed to meet up with him in IB. So we were supposed to drink pepper soup. And I saw him carry one boy. Can we get fuck on our head?
Who be that?
I was like, who the hell is this kid? He's like, oh, the guy is funny. I play soccer with him. That ended up being Capone.
Capone.
Capone was a freshman in college at that time.
Okay.
Come, he just carry and come. Say, more go meet this bro. So he thought, say, want to do comedy. That's how the very next day, I think maybe, I'm probably going to be wrong with the date, maybe like April 13th or so, 2011. That's when Foxy P show started on Giddy Lounge.
So I vividly remember when you guys started. I remember telling people that there's something about these IG, because people used to like kind of like scoff at it at the time, and people would look at it like, oh, well, these guys just the IG comedians. IG comedian was like a slur almost.
Oh, of course, no.
And I kept
it became
telling
a
people,
slur when a lot of people started getting into it.
Yeah, but I kept telling people, I'm telling you, these people are this is the internet. Yeah. They're the future. This is where people are gonna start getting comedians from. But you guys started something very unique, where I mean, there were some people who had done it at the time, but you guys did it a lot, where you guys had characters, right?
Oh, yeah.
And that was kind of how it started. You guys would have these different characters, and you had Philo Baby.
Yeah, Philo was nice.
Kami had that one character that he still be doing.
He has he's the papa we ain't get now. Oh man, I forget the papa's name, boy. I come the boy.
Yeah.
Then Capone has Mama Toby, which somebody made a very interesting point to me maybe a couple of days ago. They were like, out of all of us, we have characters, but Capone has embodied his character so much. We say there is no Capone without Matobi. Like saying that Matobi na ain't no Capone.
Yeah.
Which is surreal. Like if you think about it, like you know every single. I was like, dang, like that's.
Man, I was going through a list of like the things that you've done. You don't waka this guy, man. You don't waka. As in like, and that's not just it. He has like you had the Africa Today show that you used to do. That was like your own solo thing that you used to post.
You don't do that anymore.
No, I started doing that in 2010. So then I was still part of the Waka to enter comedy now, 2010. And you know, I'll start, I'll do, and then I'll stop, I'll do, and I'll stop. The thing about that show is I talk about things that are happening in Africa from a tactics perspective, from a comedy perspective. And one thing I now found was, man, I'm on the suffer with Africa too much.
Mad.
If you take it upon yourself to follow African news, you will be depressed.
You can't.
So I have to take mental health breaks. We I just toxic man for like 3 months, 4 months. Me, I don't even know, so I don't take the break. Now people come tell me say, "Oh boy, you never record in 3 weeks." I say, "Bros, I'm gonna leave that thing." So right now I'm on a small sabbatical. Yeah, you know.
And then you also started the African Princes of Comedy.
Oh yeah, like the tour.
I mean, you guys have been all over. You guys have been like, I know you guys have been as far as Canada.
Oh yeah, we've done Canada. We've done New York, Dallas, Houston. We've done Minnesota. We've done Hollywood. and they're all self-funded too. Nobody ever give me anything, and just me out of your pocket. But we did Hollywood because I asked the comedian. So the whole thing, you guys made the point now about IG comedians being a slur.
Yes.
The main reason why African Prisoners of Comedy Tour started was because I wanted to let people know, like, yo, these people are not IG comedians. What's the difference? And the fight started with NEA, Nigerian Entertainment Awards, where they wanted to create a different genre. They said comedians, basket mouths, all these people, and then online comedians, us. I was like, what are you talking about? Not the same laugh where they make people laugh. They say, but you are online. I said, okay, well, press pause.
It's the same laughter now.
I said, press pause now. I mean, we can't do our own tour. We're going to enter stage. So anybody that's on that stage now, on that tour, you can't look at them and call them online comedian no more. Because they went on stage and they rocked our shows. I mean, we're selling out. We did a show, and this is not to make mouth or anything. 2015, we did a show in Houston. A couple of weeks after Wizkid did his show, the same location. I don't think Wizkid broke 1,000 people. We had 1,600 people there. And this is just regular hustle.
But a lot of them is because they saw you online at some point.
Yeah.
People bang with funny. Everybody needs it.
The problem with the online quote unquote comedies, because a lot of people that are not funny tend to want to see it as an avenue to make money. And the problem is everybody see those people and be like, this one has come again. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, even if you look at like the whole beginning, look at Capone, Toby for instance. He was one of the first people to dress up as a woman. But now a lot of them see it as that's the formula to go to. Look at it, mark my mama. Do you understand what I'm saying?
People started doing that a lot.
And then it's like, I understand. I remember there was a time I was in I did the guy apartment. I did with Muiwa, brother. And I could hear Capone recording in his room. I was like, say this guy is mad. But to see all the energy, guy waka come on the way 1 week. Say, guy, I say, guy, it's with this. You understand?
So
but there's a lot of work.
I'd like to get some
into it.
I'd like to get some insight into how you guys, because I imagine you guys sit down. You guys are like, you're coming up with ideas. How do you guys wind up coming up with these viral moments? Like how does it start? Like, just if you can walk me through. I
think the most important thing, well, two very important things. Number one, these guys are ridiculously funny, just naturally. We came together organically. Like I said, how Capone was like, oh shit, comedy is about pop up. He brought Capone. Capone was one that discovered Chief Obi also. So it's all organic. Like the group came together organically. So these are just ridiculously funny people. We truly enjoy spending time with each other. So when you have that, it's almost like the sharing is just on a different level. And then there's the vulnerability involved too, because comedy involves a lot of vulnerability. It's give and take. You give me small, I'll give you. You give me, I'll give you. Before we even start shooting. You understand what I'm saying? So those two ingredients were the main thing. You talked about Capone when Gilly and everything, and you coming into his crib and him coming out seeing you, he not even shocked because look at him, he's in drag. Let's keep it real. That's a man in the woman's outfit.
Natural with that's his character. Like he's embodied it, and he's like, guy, this is because
there's a side of it that we don't even think about, which I'm sure you guys being straight men have probably thought about. That whole question about these guys with the wear this dress itself. Sure they don't like it. Are you sure you are not just enjoying yourself? You're not using it as an opportunity to wear makeup. You don't look for where you take wear lipstick, where you want rub eye pencil, wear mini skirts. You want to use comedy.
And that's why with this guy they rain now.
But you see, you know what? I think it's much easier for us to.
So it makes it
prior to Bob Bobrisky, right? Because as a Niger guy, right? I maybe because I already knew you. Most people already know you. They've seen you in places, so it's much easier to be able to dissociate that from who you are and not necessarily suspect
in
that.
In terms of the comedy world now, yes, because everybody can see how much money people are making.
True.
So they can see comedians. I mean, let's call it, internet did help. It was a good platform that helped.
It was.
I think you guys just rode the internet wave well. You rode it well to your favor.
You did.
Because they help. Some people where you never meet before then sabi you because of internet.
True. Oh no, without
enough people see and they love you guys. Do you understand?
You can put a marker in the ground and say November 2013. Was it November? Yeah, November 2013 when Instagram video started. Was when everything just.
Was that when it started?
Yeah,
2013
or 2012.
It used to be Vine now.
Instagram. I just to post picture.
To post picture.
Like,
it was Vine. Then there was another one. Like Kick.
Hi Kickers.
So who would you say are your biggest comedic influences?
People who I really enjoy, Dave Chappelle without a doubt, and I think that's just because I was in college when Chappelle's show came up, and then you just saw that someone that was just like effortlessly cool and at the same time funny, and it was just himself. So he definitely has a lot of my respect. The fact that the guy can do no wrong in my book.
Have you ever, moving on to something still on that comedic line, but with these days PC culture and how things you can't say certain things. Have you ever been in that position where, let's say you are doing an act, maybe at one of your African Princes of Comedy acts, where the crowd, maybe you might have gotten that PC reaction from the crowd where they didn't like what you said, or has like a promoter or organizer like come to you like, why do you say that?
Oh no, definitely. Now this was even before. This was very early in my career. I said it took me 2 years to really like say, okay, let me call comedy. Let's start doing comedy. Those 2 years was because I did a gig, right? I was doing gig after gig, and I did one that was so bad I didn't get on the mic for another year.
Oh really?
And that was Niger Fest.
Yeah.
But then it's Patterson Park here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you talk
It wasn't even the Africans. A lot of times, like you have to understand, like we as Africans, we're we're conservative, but at the same time, people know you're just being funny.
Yeah.
And they'll give you a whole bunch of like, leeway to do whatever you want to say. But when it comes to when you're dealing with African Americans that are into African culture, all those people say that they wear before Ankara became a thing, before wearing all these you see them now for Niger Fest was a Nigerian festival.
And they carry Africa on top their head, past Africa.
They get walking stick, then they chop train sticks.
Then they worship Shango.
They worship Shango, Abatala, everything. So the joke where I tell was I thought it was funny. It was very straightforward. I was like, when I first came to college here, my roommate's white guy was like, come this weekend, let's go, we're going camping. I'm like, what is camping? He's like, we're going to go in the woods, we're going to make our own food, we'll make a fire. If you want to take a shit, you take a shit in the woods, you take a shower in the river. And I was like, I just came from Africa. I'm not trying to go back there. And when I saw one guy just shout, the fuck, yo? That's the motherland, yo. Fuck you talking about? So now one woman just shout, don't quit your fucking day job. What? About cold.
Word.
Cold. And this is maybe like a 95-degree day.
Wow.
Outdoor show. Cold. Enter my body. That's why I just bite.
But I always hear every comedian always has bombed at some point.
You have to bomb now.
And that's really the only way you can get better. Now. And I think part of it is also knowing your audience too. I'm a very big comedy fan, and I'm a big Chappelle fan too. I'm a huge Chappelle fan. I'm starting to get into some other comedians these days. There's this guy Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan is dope now. Joe Rogan with the podcast power and everything.
And speaking of podcasts, I know you're friends with this guy Camaro, right?
Yeah.
You're buddies with him.
He's supposed to be here this weekend.
Oh really?
When they come my party, Abby.
This weekend.
This Friday.
Yeah, they come out town though.
You go where?
They go Houston.
They go.
No, you go somewhere last week.
They go Houston this weekend.
Where you go last week?
Where I go? I did here now. I just come out. I wasn't just available.
Where you go?
I
asked this guy a basic question. What the fuck are you a drug dealer? FBI, they listen. Where you go?
I don't dare available this last weekend.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's your birthday now. What do you call it?
No drag when my birthday. My birthday is on Friday, my nigga.
I'm leaving on. Go follow me for Instagram. Go see how I leave on Thursday. I go to Houston for Memorial Weekend now.
What's in the happen for Houston?
Memorial Weekend now. I come out this Maryland. I want me to die for you.
No die. But they go Morocco later this year.
I go Maryland.
I listened to your boy Camaro on Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah, that was.
And
dope.
that guy, he's a stand-up. Is he really that much of a stand-up dude? Because that was the impression I got from him. He's a very grounded guy, and he's good.
Oh, Camaro is on a different level now. A lot of times, it's like everything else in life. If people look at you and you make your money off of beating people up, they look at you and they think you're uneducated, you're not articulate. Like I get college degree now, and I'm a Niger boy, so
I see his story. The guy said he grew up. If he speak English, or something like that when he grew up or something like that. I saw an interview where he was doing. Like in a village, the guy grew up for or something like that.
He was raised in Auchi till I think he was like 6 or 7 when he came here. So if you think about I think Auchi, I mean it's I wouldn't consider it a city. I mean it's definitely more than village, not like town, but it's not.
But it's not civilized.
So if you think about it, they get Lagos, you can't get Benin, you can't get Auchi. So it's kind of like is a little bit more country than city.
Even
So-
after he got here, he still went through some rough times. Like, he
yeah.
lost his dad or something like that.
No, he didn't
Don't
lose
say
his
person,
dad.
but
He
in
didn't
Popsy
lose
Day
his
prison or
dad.
something.
Oh, yeah.
That is
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
He's
That-
incarcerated. You know,
Incarcerated.
stop saying they prison
Okay,
like
he's
saying
incarcerated.
carry drug.
He's incarcerated. My bad.
Talking with respect.
Yeah.
PC.
But yeah, he came
But
across
say
as
someone-
And the reason why they
framed
talk
him.
this now because that guy
Someone
is a UFC champion.
So he may no
If he
come
fuck
fight
any-
him.
Not be saying go
He
fight
go
shit.
shit
Go
person.
fuck your neck.
He
Nah,
go
nah,
shit
nigga, his hands are registered, abi.
You just pluck your neck. Man. That used to where they go. You go just-
Nah, there, abi.
You go just put your picture for Twitter.
So one of the other things that you do that I definitely want
Hey,
to mention
congrats to
is-
him, by the way.
Nah, that was dope.
give
That
him,
was
uh,
dope. That come off my
congrats,
that day.
Yeah, he seems like a really. I wanted to ask you, like, so is he really that grounded
No,
like
not
that?
very level dude now.
that's
And
what's up.
I started going.
He
to
go do
his
your
fights.
party.
He
go do your party, Abi,
It's
okay.
gonna be there. It's coming through,
Corey,
which
they
I'm
go.
very excited about.
Corey, no,
Corey has to be
no
there
talk
now.
too much. Maybe the guy no punch you.
No, that guy. No, I mean he has no. There's no.
I don't think so. I don't think it would like
Because
that.
you have to think about it. Like what he's doing is like it's like a controlled rage.
It is.
There's no anger. And I in office with that.
Yep.
So there's no anger. And after the fight, they go home.
Everything go, yeah.
Everything go end. So there's no.
The one last thing I wanted to bring up was you also happen to be one of the most prolific wedding MCs out in the country, Niger wedding MCs especially. But I'm sure
hell
you've done non-Niger weddings too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It comes effortless for you. That one I can tell. Like that one feels like it's like easy. It's like easy
That
work
one I've
for
done
you.
it too much now.
I saw Fox at a wedding. Like was it last week or the week
This last
before?
weekend,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
last weekend.
literally had people coming to
You go
meet
wedding
him.
this last weekend.
No,
Not be this one, the one
the
before.
previous one.
You we don't know where you did. So I want to take no where
You had
did.
people literally coming to meet him, talking about thank you, man. Like that was like you had like parents, old people, young people, and I could tell that's the one that that probably comes the easiest for you, just because you have the personality. First of all,
Yeah, I think so. I think there's two things. Number one, I over prepare for weddings more than anything else. Stand up comedy show. If we have like 15 comedians, I can go there and bomb. I bombed that Chief Obi show in DC now, and I talked
really?
about it on my Instagram because I'm not supposed to bomb, but I still will bomb.
Yeah.
But I have 8 performing before me. I have Chief Obi performing after me. People go remember say I bomb, but 5 minutes into Chief Obi's set, when everybody
don't
die
forget
with
that.
laugh, they don't forget. Wedding, now only one wedding you get to. By God's grace,
Yeah.
the only one wedding any person will ever get, husband and wife. So you can't just do not over prepare. I go all the way in. I take my time. I do consultation with them. I go meet with them, talk about. Tell me how on take me. Or tell me say go read on the website. Say no.
You don't know.
Tell me the real story. Who toast who? Now that they find out say they meet online. They do this. They do that. Things like that. Oh, so how long have you guys been together? Things they go even tell you say we don't already marry you. This one are just for our parents, but they don't know. Shit like that, we're saying an undercarriage.
Yeah.
A locomotive. So I pick up on all those things. And number 2, I've done a lot of them. That wedding where you see me, not this weekend, the weekend before, was my 188th wedding.
wow.
Yeah.
And how long?
Since the first one was 2009, so 10 years.
10 years.
10
Yeah.
years.
So averaging about 18 a year.
You're busy, man. You're a busy man.
No, we've been destroying. This year I decided I was only going to do 10 weddings because I had to cut down. Because that wedding, it just adds up to a lot. Number one, if it's out of state, I have to make sure I get out there on Friday, even though the wedding is on Saturday. Because I've had situations where I miss flights. 2 weddings where I don't miss for my flight.
Yeah.
Which is the worst thing you could ever imagine. Make
Yeah. No.
no MC, no show.
That's
So I cut it down so I can spend more time.
Yeah,
with
but then in
family
the
and
midst
do
of
other things.
all this, you still have a 9 to 5. It's crazy, man. Like, where do you get the time? It's crazy. And you also recently got engaged. Congrats, by the way.
Oh,
right?
thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
We had to. I like the fact that he talks. I recently got engaged. So that means you don't even know the full story. I'm married now.
Wait, but I think say that. But I think it's a traditional wedding now. I don't know. Say that married.
Nadiko.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
Nadiko
okay.
be that. You just
Okay.
there's a certain time in a man's life where you take that next step with somebody that's been with you, through thick or thin, and then you just go ahead and just do it. And when you do and finish, you just clean mouth, put your handkerchief inside your pocket, and life goes on. We know deal on that whole Bella Niger, this, that, and the third. Even though I'm a wedding MC, I've seen so many weddings where we say the trend
Crashed.
died 3 months later.
Really?
Nothing.
Really?
So I just tell everybody, submit and just give us more time. More just deal on our own.
No,
So
because I remember seeing like videos of the engagement, but I never.
you don't see anything, no. You don't see us.
I didn't see you guys, but I saw people there.
Man.
But I never saw like any actual like you guys.
So wait,
getting
and I
married.
say when I
saw-
call the mopo people who did this, they don't post anything about how it happened.
No,
it
Or
was
people
very
know
similar.
just, or people know
No, you
just,
just look.
or it wasn't a lot of people.
Look, it was a good number of people,
Okay.
but the most important thing is for your wedding, you want to invite people that love you.
So
Across
they
the board.
respected your
So they have to understand. You know, and
Your
if you love me,
decision,
man, it's not
yeah.
really a difficult thing. As you did, if Corey invite you for
Yeah,
something,
say,
say, man, guy, if you
me
come,
not like
see
this
as you
guy.
want
I
it
don't like
to.
him. Me not like
Yeah,
him.
I could tell you.
don't
I
like
could tell
Corey.
you were very, very careful. Like,
don't like
there
Corey.
were,
Let's
there
put
were
that.
hardly any pictures of you out there. I saw pictures of other people, and I could tell it was
So-
was your event.
Because
But
everybody
that was
wear
it.
uniform now. People don't wear
yeah,
uniform.
yeah, but and that was it.
So how long ago was this? Do you mind sharing?
It's almost a year now.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I think it was like September or something.
Yeah, close.
I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so people see this. This everybody else wear uniform, but,
So you no
but
can wear.
they no can see me.
Maybe you forget your own.
They no see me.
Oh, they don't see you.
No,
don't
yeah,
see me,
yeah.
so everybody
We
else
saw-
sees
I
So you
saw-
went in any picture?
I barely saw him in any.
you're
I don't
talking
remember
about,
seeing
like,
him in any.
This may be like
I don't remember
like,
seeing him in
when you have a
any. But it was
situation
packed. I
where
could tell it
all
was
the
packed.
comedians, all my boys,
And
everybody.
that's
and
good,
as for
man.
someone
That's
like
good.
you,
The
the
fact
whole
that-
of Maryland
the
will
fact that-
be there now. So it's only
The fact that they respect your decision.
it only
that they
goes
didn't post it
without
out there,
saying.
That's what's up.
It's
That's
and
good.
you know it's there was small misconceptions. Some people believe say, oh, now because I still they run parole for street
No,
or anything
all that
like
one
that.
na story, man.
You know,
No.
but parole for street, how many years won't run parole now? Baba, we don't do this Maryland, we don't do everything we best if you do now.
everything.
Wait till happen now. You know, until you bend down, say you're prig, don't fuck come out, and you know, say
That's
okay,
it. Parole
time
don't
to
stop.
press pause. You know, so we're already past that, but it was more about privacy. The woman where I deal with, she no choose to marry Foxy P.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Now me, as a human being, I ain't she want. So when you see say, man, no way you go put that thing away, we say, Bella, that
You have to respect that.
you guys. So, and I love all this online thing, but you know,
Sometimes.
now my office be
Yes,
that.
yeah.
The personal stuff will stay personal.
I mean, I respect that because you get some people that there's nothing they can do that won't be online. Everything, anything with them they do, they online. Me, I don't always understand. You go they cry, say you go record yourself, say
They
they
go
cry,
record
or
and say that they cry
look
now.
and they cry. Oh, I don't suffer today. And I'm like, how
But
far?
Fox, man, I have to give it to you. You've come a long way, man.
It's a
You've
blessing.
been hustling out here, and I don't know how you're able to juggle
No,
all
we
these
have, we
things.
have to, Baba. We come from a far
But-
place now. You know how many thousands of miles? I came to America when I was 17 years old. When I did come,
That's not.
the school that I came to, my father gave me enough money for one school year, $16,636.
Don't forget that.
With the mindset being, say, you're my first son.
So you go also.
No matter how say you go also. For my family, my popsy side, there's a history of say when we leave Nigeria, we know they come back.
Okay.
I get one of my uncles we go Italy. 1972 till today,
He never show.
Obiora never touched ground. So there's a history say, man, we know they ever come back. So you know what make I go. Mom see persuade, boom, boom, boom. Eventually, you know, he allowed me, and then just packed that whole money, say sink or swim. So with that mindset, if you come my basement now, I've moved for probably from Buffalo to Maryland, to Bowie to Baltimore. I moved maybe like 4 or 5 times. I still have the one piece of luggage where I used to carry come. Nothing there inside that box
Just
right now.
to remember.
But it's a reminder that at one
Reminder.
point in time, everything what I get for this life
There inside that
fit
box,
inside here. So nothing will if you come off my body today. Oh. If you carry this watch, carry my car, carry everything, carry my house. I don't get prenup. Anything if you happen, if you carry everything.
Anything.
But I know there was a time when everything I owned fit inside
Inside
that
that
one
box.
bag. So for that
That's
one, I don't
deep.
go also now. But this one's what we do. This one a small thing. We they build factory for Nigeria now.
Okay. Okay.
Oh God.
Alright.
We never even start.
Okay.
The ginger is in town now.
I
That's
could
what we're
tell.
trying to
I
do,
could
man.
tell.
Telling my brother, man.
I could tell. And you're not leaving any change on the ground either. This one that you're still doing your 9 to 5 because I'm sure you can afford
no,
not to.
no. And I took a leadership position. Come on. Make I no contact, because you know they had made people come talk, say don't they make mouths. But you know, I decided to. We don't talk about this thing before. When
Yeah.
me and Corey used to work together at
Excellent, yes.
and everything, and you know, there was time we're talking about like leadership, like
Yeah.
you know, wanting to be a man. Let's say you want to be supervisor that time.
Yeah.
You were doing things,
Yeah.
working on your annual review and everything.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be a manager, and I was just like, no, because one of my uncles been telling me, say, man, I seen day like this. In they make over 100 and he know be manager. So if you go Nigeria for 1 month,
Nothing.
come back
yeah,
whenever
come
I
back
want. But if you
whenever,
manager, you know if you
yeah,
come up for
if
more
you
than 3 days,
Yeah.
Baba.
You're like a
and one of
company
the
man.
things where they hold our people back.
That
mentally.
mindset.
The day where you become manager, you will come to see the company in a different light.
Yeah, you
When
become
they
like,
call
you become a
into
slave to the company almost.
No, when they call you into room to talk about person where they want fire, you can't they realize, God damn, that's how they do this kind of thing. When you talked about stock options and things like that, we say before they
You
know
don't
one
know.
you may even know about. things will be say no even you not even they close to even understanding. You can't say, man, this life is different.
You still do cybersecurity?
Hell yeah. Okay. And now they recruit people now. So come on. Shout out to all those Nigerians who they do all those 3-week crash courses where they go collect 3K for on hand. Yep. I don't interview like 12 of them niggas.
Word.
P. P.
Yeah.
One guy they tell me I see one thing secure the whole network. I got to say, what about your keyboard? What about the key log?
Take you secure.
The guy know caps lock. Caps lock. The guy don't know it in caps lock. B.
You know, myself, because myself, I did computer science I go school for. I'm a software developer right now.
Are you they build badass websites since beginning of time now?
Yeah, they do also, but even now I don't go into proper software development. But people they always hit me about this, say they want to take a course, say how far can they take a course and get into the job. And so I'm like, come on man, I don't lie, man. Those courses are crap. Most of them don't teach you shit. They're garbage. They take your money.
They take your money.
They get things where you're not going to learn. Like, you trust me. They will teach you maybe one topic, one thing, but anything outside there, you don't know.
Yeah. It's really sad, but on the flip side, to be honest, and I our people always want to better themselves.
They do.
You know what we're dealing with is that we have hyenas we have hyenas and jackals in the community. Yeah. We be say too, because to me, if they give people 3-week course or 3-month course, right? You're not supposed to collect 3K for them, knowing fully well. So they teach them is so people they borrow money now.
Yeah, it's basic.
All these things.
And it is like you promise them, say, don't worry, once you are done with this, the job is waiting for you.
Right,
and then
they cook their resume.
Yep, cook their resume up. But you see, tech world, it's not about resume. Now, what you Sabi do?
Baba, the job why I do this thing, because I told my HR this thing. I said, look, you go do phone screening. I go pick the people. People submit a resume. I go pick the people I want. You go do phone screening first. People way Sabi communicate. We Sabi yarn. We say that certain. I say that know what they talk about. Like if I'm certain questions to ask, bring them to the manager. Phone screening. And then from there, I'll come invite them to the office for the interview. Interview.
And sometimes some of these things are whiteboard. They put you on a whiteboard and tell you.
Like you have to do
this thing.
I'm security.
So if you don't know anything now, and they look at the process, you achieve it. Say, okay, what's your thinking behind it? If you write code, say, okay, tell me what's wrong with this thing.
Yeah.
No word.
And it's
so
and you don't even need to sabi. You just take a step and just look, say, okay.
And they'll tell you what's the pseudo code. Pseudo, you don't need to write the full thing now. So you can just talk, say, okay, do this, do that. It's just the understanding behind it. Because they say, no, say, with the Google stuff now.
Yeah. Exactly.
They Google stuff for office now every day now.
So
but as long as you know within to Google, that's what that matters.
Man, I don't know what they pepper me. Say a lot of our people who are leaders in our community, you're not supposed to carry our people money like that. Now, if you look at it now, less than 5% of those people that take those classes actually, go ahead and get those big jobs. When they tell them, say, we're gonna make 120,000, 130,000. Yeah, some people they make that.
Yeah, some people do.
But if you look well, now those people jack we said and study well. So I think it's wrong. You know, we're gonna cry every day, talk about Nigerian corruption back home and everything else, but we get people in our own community, where they bar their brothers, they bar their sisters.
We take advantage of
one of the worst things if you do it for this life. Now, may you stand in front of them and then collect your 5K.
Yep.
Come smile in your face and go buy Range Rover.
No, I see it a lot. I see it. I have people call me and ask me. I see it a lot. You know, it's crazy, man. But
it's fucked up. It's fucked up.
Let's go.
Which is a good thing you brought that, because that's the next thing I want to get into this EFCC, Naira Marley, fraud, for online stuff. But Wale, can you introduce our next track for us?
Break song is I don't know if there's this Alté wave that's been going on in Nigeria for a while. So when I first seen it, I said I used to call it Alté, but it's now Alté. But they are
so now Alté?
Alté now. You see the accent. Alté now. But DRB, they kind of, I don't even know if they started the wave. Some argue they kind of did, but.
Is your boy in it? That the guy that you introduced me to, that first guy that we played on one of those first parts?
No. But so DRB, this is Budge, TZ.
But this is it's a group, right?
They're a group, Budge, TZ, and
Budge
on the microphone. Budge on the microphone.
TV said that way they my top 5.
Yeah, but this song is called Alté though. That's Alté by DRB Lasgidi.
DRB Lasgidi. You said Budge. Who else?
TZ and Fresh Ale.
Okay, all right. Well, do they have an album coming out?
I don't
Or
know.
is that just a single that they just dropped?
They just dropped the single. I think they all have their individual projects.
Okay.
I think so. I don't know.
Those are boys with get money now. Let's say the two guys
I
that
think
brothers.
they are. I don't even know
It's not all
their
those
scenario,
Islamic
but I think
boys
they're
now,
like
it's,
supposedly
island
the
boys.
story I heard is
I'll-
they come from rich families.
Man,
That's
they
what I
get
heard.
money now, so they
yeah.
don't need to worry about
Music
album.
is not their.
Okay,
They're not
this is
chasing the
just-
money.
this is just
I
like a
guess.
side-
I don't know, but I guess it's like a
Interesting.
passion.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I wanted to get into this whole Naira Marley thing. Fox, have you been following?
My Yahoo
Yeah,
boy.
I mean a year on that whole parole. man.
My
Wait, so what's your
boy.
take on it?
I mean, look, this thing, it's very interesting how when it comes to music, a lot of people, the reference Fela.
I know.
And they talk about his fearlessness and everything else. Well, that wasn't just fearless. It was based off of situation and things we don't already go through. The point I'm trying to make is this: if you follow Fela well, there's one song, "Trouble They Sleep," Yanka
I
go
gotta
wake
wake
up.
up, yeah.
He never said go and find trouble.
He
Fela
said
never
trouble
said
they
it.
sleep, yeah.
Say trouble they sleep, Yanka go wake up.
Yeah.
That's pretty much
Yeah.
what happened there.
Yeah.
You understand? We the entertainment game. We know say 19, like in the fuel.
They feel yes. Now I don't talk. I said it here now. Say the way drug feels it here, feels it here. Niger is.
God go
is
bless
Wait,
19.
Wale, just for people that don't know, can you break down this whole Naira Marley thing, the whole thing?
And so Marley was arrested with Zlatan and some other guys
Yes.
for fraud, and the charges that they were using people.
But prior to getting
credit
arrested,
cards.
though, they had
prior
been
to
posting
getting it,
videos.
so there was
And Simi na Insta.
Now Simi start time.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
yeah.
started
So
with
Simi said Yahoo boys should not buy her. She should not listen to her music. And she took a stance. And Naira Marley came out and basically said, if you know about slavery, you're gonna say Yahoo no be crime. Which to me I think was one of the most stupid things he could have said. And I'll get to that. But he said that. And Davido, the rest of them, a few other people kind of like,
They came to its
they
defense.
liked it and, they kind of supported it.
And then there became
there
these
was a
two
fight,
factions
'cause I
online.
know
there were
Tunde had
people
not said
that
something.
were camp Simi. There were people that
No,
were
even
camp.
forgot Simi. Simi didn't even last long in the whole thing. Like people forgot about Simi, but even Naira tried to bring her back. Like there was a time he was like, "Oh, Simi, I saw you at the backstage of one awards, and you didn't say hi, and you something." Even the song "Am I Yahoo?" It says "Simi say trouble." That's one of the lines in there. Like Simi, do you understand?
Okay.
Simi say trouble. So, but then I know there was a fight we had with like that Tunde not guy where that one kind of said something. Then they went back at him like, "You said what the money you're always doing give away with is Yahoo money." Long story, blah blah blah. And then him and Zlatan made a song called "Am I Yahoo?"
Am I Yahoo?
And they dropped the song, and the day they dropped it, I think the day after was the day they picked them up. And Rugged Man
EFCC
was
picked them
pioneering
up.
against him to that guy. These things you're saying, But one thing I realize is I always like go all this Insta blog just to look at the comments, because Insta blog is where you can tell how Nigerians think.
You feel the pulse.
You
of
feel the
people
pulse
now.
of people, and a lot of people believe this mentality that Yahoo is right. And they believe the government is to blame. I don't doubt that government has not played a part in these things. But the example you can give is that, okay, if government is to blame, say Yahoo boys still not there and kidding. Say Yahoo boys not there jand. Say they are not Yahoo boys all around in civilized countries. So what
It's
is
a
it
culture.
exactly that you're saying is the government? And it's a lazy excuse. And you came here at 17. You get something my popsy told me yesterday on the phone. I'll be there first. They were talking, and I come from a good home, but there were times when the Naira started going to like 5 on D, 6 on D, where things were pulling back. And me self no say, I guys do website here. I guys find somewhere. Go do this one. Go do that. I even do Uber. Some people don't even know I did Uber in my life.
There you go.
Do you get? But I tell you
That means
something.
saying suffer recently.
Yes, that's because Uber is not
There was
doing
one
yet.
summer I did
Yeah, when
Uber.
Uber came,
There was
I
one
did
summer
Uber
did
now.
Uber.
I did school that I did. I went because I went back to school. I did Uber in it.
But
hold on. But there was something he said. He said, "I'm glad that you never went into fraud or anything illegal." And the truth of the matter is, guy, man, I no lie. I've seen it, and I was like, "Oh,
You
more."
came close.
I've come close.
Hell yeah.
But the fact that you can make a decision, I believe I could make a decision. I believe yourself can make a decision. It's a choice.
it's a choice at the end of
It's
the
a
day.
choice at the end of the day. So, but they try to paint it that, if you see slavery now, it's in white man do to us back then. And then Femi Kuti talk something to where it makes sense. Say, okay, now white man affect us, Abi. But when I go do Yahoo from collect money from your own people to go back and be buying things from the white man.
Yeah.
Dubai, where all of them did. Dubai is enjoying all these people in there because the
yeah.
money is staying in Dubai.
They're stimulating
Yankee
the
don't like
economy.
them because the money is leaving America's
leaving,
economy.
yep.
They're taking it from here. But Dubai is enjoying that shit.
You know the number one people where Yahoo boys they bar.
Who?
Yahoo boys.
Yahoo boys.
You know if you see two Yahoo boys, maybe them be friends for more than 6 months.
Nope.
No honor
amongst
these.
these. So, but it's a part of you made an excellent point, and I really like that. You know, it is. I tell my African American friends, 19 is the drug dealing of our community.
Yes, it is.
And I get one Italian American guy where they work with that. I also tell and say, man, remember I see the B, na Philly guy. I say, remember Philly in the 70s, where we say for when you go to your mass in the church, say this guy in a mafia, this guy in a mafia, this guy in a mafia. Now the same way for us.
Well, we gonna say this on
We
19.
know that they are Yahoo boys, and whenever they carry them, we always see. Once you read the newspaper, you go carry. Say, no, be this guy, be this. You contact your friends. Oh, now be that. I say, damn.
Yeah.
But I make a choice. You know my choice. What I don't make. Anytime when I carry anybody, I know.
Yeah.
I go put money on top of your books. I go write you.
Okay.
The reason is because when you there outside in the streets doing what you were doing, they interact. Nobody say you give me money any deal or anything. But if you're my friend, you are my friend. You make choices. So to me, I look at it like, let's not demonize. Yeah. Because if we started to demonize, Baba, when you demonize, if you look, 99% of record labels, Nigerians,
19 boys, they run them now.
19 boys now. There's no way.
All this one person label, they are 19 boys now. That's their money now. That's the way to clean their money for some of them now. Yeah, a lot of these artists are intertwined. All these Rolex, where all these artists they buy, where do you think they're getting it from? Your own money bought the Rolex and selling it to them at a cheaper price.
You see, that's the thing. We can't have it both ways. We're either taking a stance against them or not taking a stance
so
against
and that's
them.
why
And
I
think that's where, because I feel like a lot of people try to have it both ways, where they say,
I can't tell you how to live your life.
I understand that we shouldn't demonize because you don't know how someone got to that point of their life where they might have been forced. No one is ever really forced, but you know what I mean. Where you have to choose between a rock and a hard place. And,
let me tell you something. My Yahoo boy,
and
Corey, let me tell you
this. Let me finish now.
On.
And it's a matter of sorry, I'm doing Yahoo. Some people will choose Yahoo. Now we also understand that there's some people that they don't necessarily need to do it.
But they do.
Naira Marley, and right. He grew up in the UK, didn't he?
Naira Marley, I don't think he grew up in the UK. They say he was born there, but I don't know that. I heard he might be dual. They said he might have papers there.
Yeah,
he's dual citizen. I'm kind of suspect about it.
They arrest 120 something.
120 something for UK.
Get paper,
they don't deport them. Yeah, so obviously get paid, but. I don't say he didn't need to do it because music industry is one of the fakest industries. That boy, if you know, they see money from music.
Someone was saying that he sleeps on someone's couch.
It's possible. That guy might not be seeing money from music.
How many Naira Marley song I know?
It's a go. It's the only one.
Wait till me the next one.
That's all.
The only one I know.
And then that one, how many people are in that track?
Olamide, Lil Kesh, then plenty.
So you know a lot of those big stars. What they do is they'll come on your track, and there's nothing wrong with that. I understand. I mean, it's capitalism. They come on your track, and in exchange for coming on your track, they're getting 50%, 60%, 70%.
Did I say the other day now that somebody will do 70? There's a guy he does 70, 80% of your song.
Yeah,
as a feature.
Which why your phrase is strong, Corey? You don't believe in that.
In what? No, I believe.
So the person in there.
I believe.
Because if you say you go bring 2.5 million.
I believe.
Yes.
You can't.
It's a choice you're making.
You see,
as long as you say then they sneak at me.
No.
But as long as you know, then that's fine.
But you see, but that's the thing. But we like to Nigeria. We have this mentality of we think success is so quick. Okay, I'll give you the example of Divine.
Dudu. My guy be that
Divine. I saw a video recently where they put it, say him break the record for
he don't break 4 records.
One of the records he breaks. They post it on Insta blog. I can't look comment section. One girl come right say, say look at this Divine. He quietly left Nigeria. He's in America making his millions on top.
He's not making
any
millions. He's not making
he's
not even allowed to be paid.
He's not allowed to be paid. But they already believe say as that guy don't come on Nigeria day and kill like this money day. So that same thing goes into all these other things. As they say you look like you don't blow. It's not up to you to now. Do you live the fake life? And that's what a lot of these artists do. They don't get the money. Their money is their own money. But music day. So you hear a song in a club. I'm not saying Naira Marley is a Yahoo guy because they haven't sentenced him here or whatever. It's still in court. But let's just say there's a Yahoo guy that is a musician. Yeah. If you know they make money from music, but Yahoo money day, but they mix them in together. So where you make 1 million here, but in Yahoo money like 10 million. So you two be thinking that 11 million came from music, but it's only one that came from that music. I know they don't have shady deals. When they put out Skills last deal that I did was 80-20%. 80% was what the record label was taking, 20% was they giving. And then any expenses you spend on that show, then go come out from the 20%.
Yeah.
How you won't come be billionaire
I
or
want
millionaire
to
from that
blow.
kind?
It's
How you
hard
want,
now.
You know, it's
So,
hard.
so Fox, your own position is that we shouldn't demonize them, but we also shouldn't promote it.
I like to, and I'm not even a good Christian to be honest, but I like to separate the sin from the sinner.
Yes.
Okay.
Because all of these guys are just like us. You know, like you said, they made a choice. Some of them, the choice was made for them.
So, yeah.
I know people will be say they enter with 19 boys now. Heavy 19 boys.
bring them
Will be
inside.
say, nobody say they won't be 19 boy. Oh. Now the person will go pick you from airport.
Now you be 19. Now
Where
you
you
come there,
where-
live with them.
you dey stay with them now.
We say, guy, may I use your account? Real quick
There was
or
a time when
something?" That's
my
how it
younger
starts,
brother was
yeah.
my manager for comedy. If na 19 I they do,
Yeah, ain't
he
gonna
go
do
be
19,
19
yeah.
now.
I don't.
What-
Yeah,
what can
it go
you
hard.
do?
It go hard me and say, okay, I don't want to do 19.
What do you? And that thing hard though. I try 19. It not be even 19 and they call it myself. 1999 I was Unilag, so I did 2 years University of Lagos. That time you go cyber cafe, you come collect browse in 24 hours, overnight. Baba, we go day online. One day I was driving through Silver Spring. I see the street where they use for the address.
Oh wow.
116 Sligo Lane for Silver Spring. Oh, wow. We could just they put in. They go deliver things. Boys, no one collector. Bro, this is before they get all this additional security. You guys to turn the back of credit card number or anything like that.
Yeah.
We tried all these things, and I know be bad person,
Yeah.
but I tried it. Shishi, I know see they buy me food that night. I chop. I come the next time they buy shayo, give me. That time they smoke cigar. That was it.
I think, but we also have to talk about the overall effects that the culture of 19 has on the reputation of Nigerians, and talk about the fact that it makes it harder for certain people to do business as a result of this. And I think that's why some people they've decided that, you know what, no, maybe we can't afford to be in this middle ground anymore. Maybe we just need to take a stance and be like, you know what, no, zero tolerance. What do you think about that approach?
I think this is one of those situations where they're just coming after the people that they see. Number one, if you sit down with 19 boys, understand what they do, they will talk to you, then they come on money from accounts. I'm a cybersecurity expert.
Yeah.
None of those boys sabi hack into anything. They know they hack shishi. Now,
So now how
person
they
with
take
the
down?
Russia or China,
Go follow them, hack 'em.
they know they hack
don't know
anything.
anything. No.
Them go does the whole paro say my ego tell you say, oh, this person get account, this saying as soon as them go send that format to somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh, so
If say boys sabi do all those kind of things, central bank no
Yes,
get
no.
anything now. Central bank
If
no
you
get
don't empty
no
that
get
thing,
more than 4 firewall now.
If you don't empty
Therefore,
them.
don't empty them now. So the point I'm trying to make is, who are those Russians? Who are those Chinese people? Who are those Americans?
There
who
are people
in
that are
between?
selling
Yeah,
people's data.
They're hackers, yeah.
So you're saying that it's also not
there's
just
also people
them.
who do
There are
stuff
also
like
people that
skimming. You use card schemas, all those
Card
ones.
schemers and all those ones. Those ones
They
don't.
still
The one
do.
where I believe say Niger boys they do. Now all those money ones.
Yeah, money ones.
where
Say they
go
love
e-ham,
you. Say they love you.
love,
Send me
say
money
love,
to come and
now.
visit
But,
you.
Yeah.
but Yankee people, they don't suggest.
No,
Not really.
They
They never.
can't.
No,
Wait
all those
till
old
happen.
white women or
Wait till
men
happen.
You
or
think
men.
so?
Yeah,
They
it's
catch
still
them. Well.
good. It still goes on.
And they go flog them like 200.
But you see-
The problem is there's still a lot
But
of
you see,
desperate
okay, you
people
see,
out
so
there that
either
want
ways,
love.
regardless of
You know what
however,
I'm saying? So-
I understand where you're coming from. Say don't demonize. The one Yao guy that I always use an example that I know, when he came out of jail, me say I hold on, say guy, welcome back and everything. You know, it was funny though because when the guy did jail, he sent me a message one time, say make I send him back, but I don't answer him. And the reason I didn't answer him is because
You wicked now. Now
Nobody say I
wickedness.
wicked. Nobody say I wicked.
The guy
I'll tell
don't
you why.
end up on
No,
FBI
not
shortlist.
even that. Not be that. It was that I remember times where you get one time where the guy crashed from my side one time for like maybe 1 month, and I remember that time I say guy, I don't get back. I say man, this internet for this house. Say now that time we always do those internet where you go pay one time fee like this, you don't pay again. So the router was acting funny. I said, guy, this router is $90. I said, I go pay 60. Give me $30. Say, I go say, I don't have money. And that night it can't come out. Came back with like 2 babes. I then chop. I see receipt of food, $555 or something like that. So I was like, but you don't have $30. He even tell me, say, guy, I don't use internet. That was the response to me. Go room with the babes. I can't say, okay. Say, one day.
Nobody even one babe, not 2 babes. He bring
day.
come.
You not even give you one babe chop.
Nothing. You don't even give me food, chop.
You know even
Now
carry
Indomie
chicken
they
come.
make. I say one of the boys
God
will day with
damn.
him, the day they lock and say, guy, remember the day we came back because he came also. Say we came to your apartment, you were making noodles. I said, if this guy if he make noodles now, say no go make them. When he did. But the thing is when he came and I called him, not to say anything, but I said, guy, welcome back. You straight now? Like, are you ready to, I'm not going to desert you as part. You're my guy.
Wait till you can't give an at that point.
Huh?
You still not give him anything.
You know, ask for anything.
I know.
This
guy wicked.
But he tell me say people. He tell me say
you remember.
He tell me say people. No. I say remember. No, I see him. I say no. Guy, I didn't pay me that day, man. I say guy, say the fact that I even talk say I go do $60.
You understand?
But at the end of the day, he said he tells something that say everybody we don't try reach out to when I say then they run away from and even the ones where they do 19 before and everything. I say, God, that's how life is. Or say again, one of my guys I always joke with where they always say this guy you did this Yankee say why not do 19? I say, God, if I do, I'm go chop. But the day where they put my picture for Insta blog, I go first say, I knew it. I knew he was doing Yahoo, and that's how the society we live in.
Now.
So, but back to the activity itself. Unfortunately, it's been termed illegal. And
he says unfortunate. Not crime now.
Not crime, as in sorry, for the people that want to justify it. Not crime, it's been termed illegal. So no matter anything where they do, if you talk say Yahoo is good. No matter any solution when you give me, say I always say between a rock and a hard place. I don't want to hear that one.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's still a decision. Now you're right. People way they forced into them. If you still come out, but it's hard though. But it's up to do you want to go through that process as hard as it is. But Nigerians have been brainwashed to believe that this thing is good. Say now Yahoo boys they make economy they flow because Yahoo boy go they do giveaway on Instagram. Yahoo boy go they give you 10K here, 20K here, 30K.
They're the ones that open up.
They're the ones that open all these clubs. They're the ones that are always doing all these boutiques. They're the ones that are always doing a lot of this car dealership, all these things. And so people they believe saying that then they employ economy and that's still a messed up mentality because those people in Nigeria know say, folks, as you day right now, if you want to do business with a company for Yankee, say you be Nigerian man, if you hang up your call.
Oh, definitely now.
And they don't understand that this is a part of the people who make that thing. And then they start saying this thing of politician. Say, go after a politician. Why is EFCC going after? But I saw a tweet today that made sense. Say, most of these Yahoo boys, politicians start as Yahoo boys.
Oh, without a doubt now.
Most of these politicians start as Yahoo boys. And that made sense. So cut them off from the roots. It's harder to cut off a politician than to cut off a Yahoo boy.
And I think we can do both too. So
we can do both. And I want us to do both. Naira Marley, unfortunately, I think they're going to use him as a scapegoat.
Yeah, but
it's very possible.
I think so. They didn't release him.
I thought they
came out and said they came out and said it was false.
Really?
No. That it was these people that tried to just make it look like he was releasing. And I think they're going to use that guy as a scapegoat.
Oh, shit.
It's probably going to happen, and that's
EFCC
pretty
came
sad.
down, but usually it's SARS that comes after Yahoo. This is the first time I'm seeing EFCC.
SARS not be special
anti-robbery now. SARS they find who to collect money from.
But remember, they were the ones that were going
SARS
after
is finding who to. SARS go talk say, see as Fox get more work like this now. SARS go talk say, yeah, Yahoo boy.
I understand that. So you get laptop.
You get laptop.
If you sag your pants,
I say I know person where they go with laptop. They ask me bring receipt of laptop of 10 years old. Where you want find receipt from?
One of my cousins they get laptop. They say make you open laptop. Open the laptop. They can't say the thing need password. They say you must be a Yahoo boy. That was the requirement. Say why your laptop get password. I'm like God damn.
They just won't shake boys down. That's
those ones they find now. SARS they find money now.
But ultimately, this is what's gonna happen. You can't. It's like crime in the hood. Talking about drug dealing, Just to be this guy talking now, Young Jeezy. How the fuck you expect me to be drug free when Judge Bush ain't never done shit for me? And this is back when Judge Bush was president. Mm-hmm. The point he was making was like, how you expect I know sell drug when government never give me job? It's the same thing that's happening. Nigeria has unemployment rate has to be at least 70-80%.
Yeah,
easily. 70-80%.
But you believe say if work day, some of these Yahoo boys not go do Yahoo.
Do you know how difficult Yahoo is?
But
my brother, do you know how hard? When you just say email.
I understand.
Email,
but
day and night.
But you believe
your guy give you like as you did like you just say man 20,000 email addresses. Here you go.
I won't quit save that day.
You go lose your mind.
Yeah,
but that's what they keep doing.
Yeah.
And now one go hammer.
Yeah.
What happens is like you have a group of guys, not like collective.
Yeah.
Where we say we did like 15.
Together,
One person go hammer. All of us go chop for like 3 months, 6 months.
Go hammer,
the money go come down. Another person go come hammer. Now you go come they give that one money for gas to put for that new Benz.
So all these Yahoo boys, I was always under the impression that they're really hacking. They're not hackers.
They're not hackers. Now. The ones that do you know that time we didn't do the one we did is America that was its most wanted. That guy, I don't forget. You sabi what they talk about.
The guy with 1.1 million. The guy with we didn't find for him. We didn't village now.
We didn't find we change. The one where those girls they say make it thunderstorm in the club.
Yeah.
And that one was not even really. That one worked for bank. He worked in Bank of America, so he used to do equity loans. Like He worked for Bank of America. Those are the ones that actually hammer the most because he was smarter also. He would know how to call to get your password and do it. But like Fox said, they don't really physically sit down a computer and hack. That thing is not easy.
Corey, hacking Facebook.
That thing is not easy.
That's ordinary
As
Facebook,
that thing not easy.
Maybe you can get like 4 nude for inside there.
Yeah, that thing not easy.
Hack the fake. It's not
easy.
It's
But then you also have but there are many forms of Yahoo. You also have the embezzlers too, right? You also have the ones that have these where they're trying to wash money, right?
Yes.
And a lot of them they're trying to wash money through politicians,
Yes.
and then they set up these fake companies.
Yes.
That happens a lot too, and that's also like another form.
That pure corruption.
Yeah, that's corruption.
Fraud
That's
right
fraud.
there.
Yeah.
You know?
But the easiest one that I was told about here is make I say I was told because before someone say, hey guys, just so you know, do Yahoo is the skimming one when they take your card and they swipe it and they swipe your details off your card. Your card can be transferred into
a gift card or something like that. Yeah.
So and the gift card, you know the way you can go and use your card as credit without putting PIN.
Yeah.
Now what they go do with the card, so the gift card will swipe. But even that self now work.
That one, and the thing that's so dangerous because that one, I basically think about like a gas station, right?
Yeah.
As a gas station, the way you go put your card, they go put another thing on top of.
Yeah.
Because so that thing with your card they read when the thing go tell you say ask for your
PIN.
zip code, it's because that band behind your that electromagnetic thing has that information.
And
So it's what you have.
So
and
they
what
can
you know.
skim that information out and
So
put it
they
on another
skim that
card.
information
So they
and then
can
put it on
they
another
can take
card.
it out, put it on a computer, and then put it on a new card.
You don't forget like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, say you could also chill, you could also charge for your
for
your account.
Say
car wash.
Yeah,
$24
Yeah, you go
person
say,
go buy Newport somewhere.
But the one that has happened to me was gas station. Just randomly, I'll have gone to a gas station and then I'll see like an extra charge. And I think it's because someone at that gas station would have come
my
back
own.
and
I
put it
always
in.
talk about my own. The person buy watch.
There you go.
Bought a watch.
But those ones the bank will
The bank will refund that one.
But that's 19 right there.
That's 19.
It is.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Now the FDIC insured,
Yes.
they help you. But then the problem is that whole situation. I say, most Yahoo, now FBI, now they investigate.
Yeah.
But once you get into that scheming thing, where you say they use credit card, they print on that credit card, that's counterfeiting. The same people. There's one agency in America that's in charge of looking after credit card and also fake counterfeit cash. You know who that one be?
Cool. CIA.
Secret Service.
Secret Service. So now them they go after you.
Now
then.
Secret Service, and those motherfuckers will
You're
go after you
screwed,
to
man.
the
And then
end
they go
of the
after you.
world.
You're screwed,
Where
And then they
FBI
go
go
after
reach
you.
where got a day. Secret Service
Because now
go
those
fly
ones,
the gutter.
they always know the exact amount where you come out safe. And the funny thing is that when they arrest you, you go pay restitution after they release you because they know it down to the cent.
Yeah. And if they catch you, those ones, if they jail you 21 years, nobody say you go do 4 years, they can't send you go Nigeria. No, you go do 21 first.
Yeah.
And then they'll move you back.
But you see, then there's the so they have the there's one I was just thinking about now. We spoke about laundry, money laundry. Yeah. If I remember,
The
I'll
money
say that again.
launderers, they're there. Then they're huge.
There are a lot of them. There are a lot of them, and they're making. Some people do make. I mean, I don't know if you can make a fake card off the top of your head, but they claim some people do that. The hacking one is very, very, very nice. You say in Russia, the money or Malaysia, the money go there first, then go wash on, they go do that one.
But we should move on to something else, though. I think I just want to leave with again. We always say we don't support that stuff here, but again, we're not trying to. Just like you said, we're not trying to condemn the. What are you talking
But
about?
by the time they help our industry, we don't support them.
You know me.
We don't support that.
No. You know me. What I said. I don't
support.
support Yahoo. But I say if I go club and Yahoo boy we did we want pop bottle. Do you, my nigga? But
We're trying to sanitize
Brother,
Nigerians'
if you
reputations.
look at the
Fox.
entertainment industry, my brother.
that's what funds it.
Look at I'll give you
I
an
know
example.
it's more funny, but it doesn't justify it.
I'll throw something at you now.
You see, now we're going back. Now
I'm not
now
justifying. I would
now
never.
we're trying to
I
talk
would
on-
never.
talk on-
I would
We're
never
talking on
justify
both
it.
sides of our mouths
We have
here.
to talk on both sides of our mouth because we are human beings.
Okay.
We have the good and the bad. A 6 in this direction is a 9 in the other direction, but that's still the same number of
yes,
percent right.
yes.
Confirm. The point I'm trying to make is this. Me, as somebody who organizes events, I know it is almost impossible
For your
to
event.
host an entertainment event and it will be profitable. It's almost impossible. I'll give you an example now. Wizkid now is going for
Like 50K.
about 50.
Yeah.
You bring Wizkid, you fly him in business class.
Oh, you don't go
everything,
make money
everything.
now.
Wizkid
Yeah,
will come with DJ tunes.
DJ
Let's bring them
tunes. We go
business
come
class.
with manager.
You know, hotel, this is maybe
Yeah,
that 10K.
10K, yeah.
So that's 60. The whole way you go use at least
Like
20K.
that's 80K. How much is tickets?
The sound, that's and that maybe like 10K.
Yeah.
By the time you do everything, you're talking about at least 100K. You never even do advertising.
Tickets is
yet. How much
$30,
is ticket?
$20. Yeah.
To be able to make your money, how many people
I've
do
always
you-
wondered how
Yeah.
those guys
No,
pull those things.
they don't.
It's
They
like
don't.
19 right
They
there
don't.
now.
Yeah. 19
So
boys
that's what
go.
19
19
those
boys
times when they go
go.
watch Olamide,
Yeah.
where they watch Wizkid.
Some of them na
say
19
thank
boys,
you to your
they-
neighborhood 19 man.
No. So,
No,
so someone
but-
like that Burna Boy concert, I think that was legit now.
The promoter, you don't know where the promoter got his money from.
Oh, Duke na my guy. Oh, Duke no
So
do
you
any
don't
19.
know.
No. He
But-
just born. Oh.
But
When I
was
don't
it Duke
start
that
to-
did Burna Boy?
Nah, Duke na
You see, but you see, there's you can Burna was a good show and did a tour.
Wait for New York. I mean, which one?
No,
The one
the
here.
one for
Oh, the one we
Silver
do
Spring.
at
Silver
19, but I don't know.
Yeah, so it depends because it's also a good way 19 boy can use his fraud money, bring an artist and make clean money back from
Right.
ticket sales.
So those ticket sales, and so that 19.
That's
So
clean
maybe
money.
you put like 100K into the show.
So they're just
And-
washing
and-
it. So, you're
Like,
saying,
I give
so
you-
what you
they're
guys are
washing
telling
it,
me is
yeah.
that all these concerts,
not all of them
from
not
Nigeria
all
that
of
come
them,
here,
not all of them.
it's
But a
majority
lot
of it
them,
is
a lot of
really.
yeah, they-
And the
I
reason
give
is
you-
because, so think about it now. If the
That's
ticket
a
is
hot take,
think
I
about it
give
now.
That's a
you-
hot
If
take
the
right
ticket is
there.
$30.
Yes, it doesn't add up.
1,000 people attend. That's 30,000.
Yeah, you spend 100K. But look at it this way. Even back then, what they
Someone like
used to do
Mr.
too,
Easy now,
iPhones,
like how much would Mr. Easy charge?
probably like 20K or 15.
No, if easy go on, it's like 20.
Probably like
so
20, yeah.
30,
Probably like
yeah.
20. It might even be more. But sometimes some of them, the proper shows, you can never make your money back. Like if you do, like when they do Flight Time in Nigeria, when they are doing show, I don't know who started how it started, but let's just say Flight Time is clean. The way they do it is they'll buy your show from you. So you won't do show. They'll say, okay, we'll give 500 million naira. And they'll find a way to make their money.
There
so that's
you
where
go.
tables come. They'll go and call
Sponsorship.
sponsorship.
We no guess that.
But here, we don't have that
we no
here.
get sponsorship.
don't.
So
we
in
don't get
Nigeria,
it.
you sell 1 million naira table, you sell 20. That's 20 million already
Yeah.
made. Sponsor MTN will come and give you 50K. That's when you're already at 90. Another one will come and give you this, you come and give you that. So sponsor all that kind of stuff. But here they don't have it.
That's interesting.
Then here
I
too, they
never really
do-
thought of it like
they
that.
buy
You're
that
right,
time-
'cause
that
it's-
time that,
you know, you go there, they charge like $25, and I'm wondering how are they?
Some of the
making
ones they do to is
profits?
iPhone. That time when iPhone come out,
Yeah.
they'll go and line up, use their cards to buy iPhone.
There you go.
Then go and sell
Then
it in
go
Nigeria.
sell, yeah.
Because it's even cheaper for them to buy tickets to go and sell it in Nigeria. Because in Nigeria, you go to sell one iPhone.
The money
and-
not pure
the
profit.
money,
I
yeah, the
know
money is
there's
pure
no cost
profit. There's no
price.
cost price. So a lot of them can be doing a lot of these things. So there's no, it's all profit.
Valentine's Day, 19 boys, 9 the airports get
You know,
quality
It's
Valentine's.
all, it's all profit.
Where your babe go
But-
talk say she want new Balenciaga or she
But,
want
you
new
know,
red bottoms.
Yeah,
But at the end of the
I
day-
know a lot of my friends definitely get like gifts and.
But at the end of the
No,
and
day,
we're
like
not talking about gifts.
iPhones
Wait,
and
say
all this
you
stuff.
go give the guy like
and
300.
they get, I know, yeah,
You go
like
come
they,
there,
they'll,
go
they'll buy
yeah,
for
yeah,
you.
go buy, yeah.
I always hear about.
you know, I'm not.
about
I
that a
don't
lot.
think there's anybody in. It'll be rare for you to find somebody in at least in the DMV that's not associated with a Yahoo boy.
I know,
before.
but,
Like,
but
let's be
we need
real.
to start identifying it, man, and
At the
start
same
taking
time,
a
at the
stance.
same
We have
time,
to start
too,
somewhere.
yes, and that's why I said it's a. At the end of the day, it's a crime. That's why I use the word unfortunately.
Like
It's a
I'm mad
crime.
you're even telling me these things. Now
It's a
I start
crime.
questioning myself.
you
Wait,
didn't-
No,
But
this
it's
guy.
okay.
No, this guy. No,
When
but
they do ambassadors,
Yeah.
where we say all those small boys where they come buy table.
Well,
But it's a
crime. I
crime.
never knew who was doing 19 or not.
How you
So-
gonna know?
it's a
Now
crime.
they send to a pastor, they talk when they give tithe for Jesus' house.
That was a long time
They
ago.
give
That
tithe
was a
for
long
Jesus'
time
house,
Yeah,
ago.
but
they give tithe.
19 boys they give tithe.
Yeah,
Heavy
they give
tithe.
tithe,
They come
yes.
pray for their house.
Politicians now, politicians
Well,
they
you
do
won't
them the
implicate
most.
Pastor
now.
Tola, I beg. Don't do
Even look at.
Why see now you? But I've been banned from
Don't
Jesus'
worry.
house.
We'll edit that one
But
out.
look
We'll
at,
edit
look
it
at,
out.
but look at. Let's give this one
We'll
now.
edit
Look at
it
these
out.
comedians. Like I go die the rest of them. They're always mentioning Pinnick, Amado Pinnick as. Agoda will be cracking joke about how Pinnick gave him 20 million, 40 million, 50 million. The same Pinnick, EFCC is on his case.
There you go. Oh, legit now.
Legit, EFCC is after him that he
Legit
embezzled
now.
a lot of money.
Wow.
And you see AY comedian, all of them, like people are after them. Like I'm not like me. I don't care if I name your name. What you go do? What you go do is block me on Twitter or Instagram.
Fox.
But I've seen all these shows that they do. A lot of them are very, very, very like friendly with comedians, with politicians, and we know these politicians are sponsoring their shows too. And the problem is that that's why a lot of them are quiet now when it's time for Yahoo, because they self know that they get corner where then they see money from. A lot of these entertainers are close hand in hand with politicians, but they don't do shit. So these same politicians, these entertainers that are out here shouting, "Am I a Yahoo boy?" you see them tomorrow taking picture with governors, and they don't tell them stuff. They don't tell them,
you,
what people are suffering.
From Yahoo
help,
right
let's
now,
help, let's help.
I'm telling you,
I can't name one artist.
But you admit that the movement right now, there's something different about it, where people are really mobilizing against this thing.
Yeah, most of these things online,
yeah,
though.
But give it time.
Yeah, most of these things. But see, I'm disappointed in most of these people because, if I have direct access to, still there. If I have direct access, because that's how it came out.
Okay.
If I have direct access to a let's say governor of Ibadan where they live, governor of Oyo State.
Yeah.
And I really feel like if you look at Nigerian news, you feel the pain. If I really, really feel the pain of the people, I shouldn't just be using that guy for my benefit. I should be able to say, guy, what's up? People are suffering. Like you just said, unemployment rate is this thing. But a lot of these guys don't. They use it for their benefit. Why was Nice the youth ambassador in Oyo State? To do what? To do what? Nice way all of us put together here. To do what? Do you get? And that's they need to play their own part.
All I'm just saying is that right now it seems like there's a big movement against it, and
it might die. But they will use.
It's been a few weeks now. We're still talking about it.
But you know, yesterday has been carrying boys since though. Not be today now. It's just because it's Naira Marley.
Yeah, I guess. What else has happened in Afrobeat? Oh no, I was gonna ask you. What you do for Jesus House? Where them
ban me?
Oh, them ban you from.
Oh
Jesus
no,
House.
it's a regular thing. 2000 and.
I hope you didn't go and crack a bad joke there or something.
It wasn't. So you guys talked about like jokes and everything. Like,
yeah.
I like to. My whole thing is if you tell me what kind of event, I'll come up with material. I think it was 2011. I did their Christmas, the end of year Christmas thing. What did they do for Pier 5?
Yeah.
And I went there, and it was the youth Christmas end of year whatever thing, and all the young people now. So I now, the pastor, head pastor was there, and I made a joke, and it was very, very simple, very straightforward. There was no malice involved. I was like, man, one thing I realized, when I came to Maryland, if you go club, you dance with babe Saturday nights, you don't buy her drinks, everything. Before you collect her number, she break out. You don't need to stress yourself. Yeah. That's 9 a.m. or 11 a.m. service. The next day at Jesus' house, you go jam that same babe. And if you're lucky, she's wearing the same outfit. That's it. That's a good one.
But you know what? Don't let's lie. That's true though.
It's the truth now. That was my own truth.
Because for every joke, there's always a little element of truth.
Now why they ban now? The truth.
You understand? Which is why you know ever see me they talk any kind of jokes about say when we grow up for Warrior or when we dip at Jaiye or whatever. Because I grew up upper middle class.
This guy, you be tout, man. This guy, you be tout. You said that, and the pastor was there.
People laugh now,
but
afterwards I supposed to talk them and say you.
You're not coming back.
Then I've not done anything. They ban me.
That's hilarious.
That the same girls we go see for club the night before.
That's hilarious.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it though.
We're talking about young girls who say, this group together now.
Those Niger parents now, they'll be freaking out. But let's move on to other things. What else is happening in Afrobeat? Wizkid and Davido, there's no beef, right? There's no beef because there was some stuff going on at one point.
Just 1 minute does it beef.
I did.
But me no say those ones now lifetime beef now.
Yeah, but I know there was something going on.
Why do you say that?
They will get along. They will get along. They will have moments again like they did 2 years ago where it was at a show. Will they do a song together? I've been saying no. But I feel maybe one day
they've never done a song together.
They've done a song together.
There's some tension
there. That song never dropped. It dropped for like a while and they took it off. It was Wonderful song featuring Davido and Wizkid. And I think this was when Mohit was breaking up. The rumor then was that Don Jazzy was on one side, the Banj was on one side.
Oh yeah. I remember that whole barrel. Yeah.
Then there's a guy in England, I think Crept or someone that did a song, Freak of the Week. He has a remix and Davido and Wiz is on it.
Oh, so no say them plan now, say they one.
They haven't been in the studio.
But they haven't been in the studio together.
But something happened recently though.
But you see, this is why I think they might never. The beef will be long time, even if they chill. There was a time they were on the same flight together. Now we special. They carry both of them. We posted like years ago. Then all of a sudden, Wizkid posted proper show, proper venues, and Davido started vexing her. Taking shit at me because my own show, and I think what's going on is their camp go mess them up. Yeah, the camp is the one that is really, really riding. This,
but they have beef. To now. We saw what happened with Tupac and Biggie.
So the camp is the one. So this and that's back to what he said. A guy in Surulere said, what's his name? Shokishita. Yeah. He said, no Wizkid anymore. Saying that Davido they reign for that side. and it seemed like a desperate plea to get money out of Davido. Now, one thing about Davido is, guy, if you want to get a reaction from him,
you just have to kiss his ass.
You know how to. Not even kiss his ass. If you say something negative about him, he go talk something. If you just laugh.
Yeah.
If he says something positive, if he like him, but you will get a reaction from him.
You get a reaction.
Wiz, you don't get anybody time. And so that guy, I feel like that guy did that video to get a reaction from Davido. Now, obviously, all the Eleni, all those people, Wizkid boys, can't catch the guy.
What do you call the guy name again?
Name something Eleni.
Eleni.
You know, in this guy's song.
Heavy name. Heavy name.
So Eleni is someone that Wizkid has shouted at before, right?
Yeah, they on that song.
And the guy,
I forget his name. Yeah, Weezy Elenia. They said something Elenia. I forgot.
He's like a muscle guy, and I think he's heavy in the streets, right?
So when we say that,
you see that video.
When we say Joe Legba, they know my story. He wasn't joking now, but. So basically, and then I do know that when time Wizkid has the time, he always goes to Surulere and shit, all those places, and he shows them love. Like,
ask my sister,
and ask my sister. But be like, say that Shokishita guys are doing stuff. So be like, say those boys, Eleni of them say they can't catch up.
No. It'd be like, say no.
Then catch up.
They said
Wizkid
went to go and visit his sister.
No, before then, followed him. Yeah,
right?
He said he saw it on Instagram and followed him. So those boys now caught him. And they beat him. They claim Wiz was the one that sent them.
Oh, so
they
they
go
brush the guy.
They go brush the guy.
I don't understand that now.
But see where Davido now came in. Talk say, he go give him 1 million. And that's how I was like, guy, what's the point of that?
Yeah.
So in talk saying go give him 1 million. And I feel like that was where that Shokishita guy was going after in the first place. Say, guy, if I name drop this guy go give me back. You know, and that was what it was. And even had to come out and start begging Davido, say, guy, never give me the money. So eventually Davido shall give out the money. Yeah. But I feel like that was the whole thing. But now, so you see that kind of stuff. And then you have one guy in DMW, something DMW. He's always the first to be fighting Davido's battle. So what happens is that Elenio has done his own on his side. The Aloma, and that's Aloma DMW, whatever. He will come out and take his shot. So what now happens is they always call names.
You sabi all these people.
They call their names.
These things are fascinating.
So no, I follow it and see it, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? But so he will come out and make his own statement, and then you now realize that there are fans but there are people going back and forth. So how would there be peace between? Because Wizkid did not do anything. Davido. Sure, he gave the guy 1 million, but if they did when the guy started calling him, so you realize that it's very, very hard for there to be peace between those two. Their fans don't want it. Not that they don't want it, but their crew don't want it.
Like their camps.
Their camps don't want it.
Plus you're also dealing with not to be disrespectful for anybody that's listening to this, you're almost dealing with two people that came up as motherless babies in a way. And I'm not talking about anybody whose mother has passed. I'm not saying that. I mean in terms of like, these are young kings. Where we say nobody they tell them as they want to do.
Yeah,
as soon as Wizkid come out from Banky,
in day on.
Davido, I don't remember any time where we saying get person where they marry them brother and they marry them.
Popsy they married at one point, but
I doubt that.
He broke away from his dad.
I don't think the point I'm trying to make is like from a very young age, these people have been setting their tone. They be like Olamide.
They had let's use this word. They had power from a young age.
They had power at a young age. And I use that term. I don't know if I tell you about motherless baby, that whole term. It's kind of like us where we say we'll be transferred, where they carry us where we come America by ourselves. Right? Yeah. You since when 17, you date since 17, nobody they tell you say me you come out.
Nobody will tell you.
Nobody tell you say me you don't chop. So you're a motherless, you're an orphan. You can do and undo.
Now you be a mom.
So you don't have anybody who will call you and say, come. What's the worry now? Why you give her 1 million?
Even before they do that, say you don't do it in one.
You don't do it in one. So off of that, and those guys are they're true. They're like so different. In the music industry based off of that. You can count maybe like 5 other people with they like that. Where we say they march to the beat of their own drum. Flavor. That person. Fino, that person. Olamide.
P Square too. They've always kind of did their own
thing. P Square, no.
You don't
P
think
Square,
so?
their brother hold them.
Their brother and their mom.
Their brother.
Let's say before their mom died.
Yeah, but their brother hold them as their manager.
Say, I think it was after their mom died that the whole Wala started.
But all those kinds, don't be their mama really. But nobody will go call them together. But the point I'm trying to make is like, as Davido did now, who go
you can't question him.
Who go question him now? As Wizkid did, who go question him?
So they can do their own. But my thing is the blind. I don't want to say blind, but they are camps. There are people, and not everybody. Their
Like
camps
blind
have
allegiance.
Yeah, their camps have. He has his manager. He has all those ones. Those people they make sense, but like they're the ones that all their name on Instagram they end with DMW, and they see you don't know them.
I see that a lot.
Now those people, or the ones with their
DMW.
names they end with Starboy. Those are the ones.
It's almost like a cult.
Those are the ones.
For real, it's like a cult. It's like, you're either camp.
Those are the guys who are ready to die. Like those guys, if they hear me, they talk now, they go start to they see me, they fight. Now those are the guys that I think and is not going to let peace reign within those two guys. Because I think the show they did, I heard it was Wiz who called the video.
They no get wahala.
And said, guy, are you in Lagos? Come to my show. And I was saying, I'll
no
come to
get
your show, you
wahala.
come to mine. That kind of stuff. They don't get wahala individually. Sure, Wiz they used to throw shade at the guy where he say frog and this one, but it's just bands. They don't get wahala personally.
And those are two very easy
And they used to be cool before. They used to be cool in the beginning.
Those are two very.
But people started to pit them. Any small thing now. Oh, if it was with Davido, won't have done. If it was, this is why I love Wizkid. Insta blow, you say, gather here if you love Wizkid. Gather if you love Davido. I'm like, guy, you don't have to. Like, I'm a Starboy guy, but I appreciate when Davido
so you
drops
be
out.
Starboy
Yeah, I
guy.
love Wizkid, man. But I appreciate when.
He's a big Wizkid fan.
No, but I
watch
appreciate-
out. But watch out for that. Watch out for that Rema
But
guy.
I appreciate when Davido drops.
I
mean,
Yes,
wait,
now.
Red Rema. What's Rema want to do?
no, it's I tell Corey.
I'm
Corey
saying,
tell me say it might be
watch out for that
the new
kid.
young legend.
Hold on.
Watch out for
Person
that
will
kid.
drop one song.
So let me.
Spider-Man.
You don't see that video, Abby? I say anytime I hear that do maybe song, all I think about is that
No,
clip where
let
that
me
guy
tell you
talks.
something. Rema,
Talk nonsense now.
Rema,
talk nonsense.
Call your ex-girlfriend.
Call your
Yeah.
ex-girlfriend.
But you see, Rema, I'll give it to him that do maybe is a jam. The song do maybe, but
That
it sounds
song
too
no get
much.
lyric now.
But it sounds too much like he's copying Wizkid's flow.
Everything
Like
there is
everything
like
there.
Wizkid
Now
song
Wizkid
now.
sing.
Yeah,
Even the
they
Maya way they say
Maya,
everything.
yeah.
That's what I'm
Come
saying.
But here's the thing. You can't. How long do you want to ride somebody else's wave?
I know. No, but what makes
Because
it
if Wizkid
unique
change
is
it
that
tomorrow, say yourself go change them.
I was telling Wale today that what I find unique about it, because initially that was my gut reaction. I'm like, this guy is just biting off a Wizkid. But then I was listening to this guy, and there's something unique about his sound in the sense that he's taking mumble rap.
Yeah, there's nothing unique.
Mumble
it sounds
rap,
like Wizkid today. In the Nigerian industry is unique, but it sounds like Wizkid today.
He's taking the mumble
tomorrow it
rap
sounds like
sound.
Triple
Our
X.
time don't finish.
No, not yet.
He's
He's
taking
taking the
like Triple
mumble
X.
rap sound and he's incorporating it with this Afrobeat sound, and that's different. That's on the new
Yeah,
scale.
it's different in Nigeria.
Yeah, it is. It is, and I'm thinking, how there's always people get tired
But let
of
me
that
tell you
one
something.
person,
Let me tell you
and the
something.
next person steps up.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think there's money in that is new lane? Let me
Yeah,
ask you a
new
question.
lane.
Do you think there's money in Alté?
The young
Alté
kids,
music? Let me
man.
ask
The
you, do you
young
think
kids. I'm telling you.
young kid where they collect allowance. Do you think there's money in Alté music?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, you're,
No, I hear this your theory where you won't come speak. Go
Because
ahead.
I don't think there's money in this.
You don't think so?
In this new
Because-
style,
because
who they buy them? Who they put on for show?
You don't mad.
Who they put? How many shows he could do
You don't mad.
with this Do Maybe song?
You don't mad.
Guy, that's the only song he can sing.
Wale.
Guy,
Wale.
Alté. Okay, it's not Alté, but Alté guys
Wale.
don't sell out shows.
Wale, let me tell you something.
Guy, say as you call this guy we listen to, as I love that DRB song. Do you think they will sell out?
but those guys have been grinding for a
point-
while
the
now.
point-
But their songs are not as popular. Is my point. Do Maybe is a
Do
popular
Maybe
song.
is a hit song, and
Yeah.
he can make money off Do Maybe. He's signed to labels, by the way, so the money might not even trickle down to him. But I believe this alternative side is going. At some point, he might have to come back and actually forge his own music. He can't be copying Wizkid.
Nigerian music, like everything else, is based on eras. There's different
Okay.
eras.
So you think it's a
right?
new era?
So if you look at remedies them, that in fact,
Remedies,
Plantation
yeah,
Boys, all those
Plantation
ones.
Boys,
That first
They
wave.
now had the Banj them. That was
The
on
Banj,
that
yeah.
wave.
The More Hits
They
wave.
now had
Yeah,
Wizkid
Wizkid
them. That's on
wave.
that wave. So that them Rema
this is
them.
their new wave.
That's what
another
I'm
wave.
saying.
All
I'm
Ten
telling
Boys,
you,
the
this
different
might be
waves.
the
gonna
new.
believe- so you're believing
you
we've
have
got it
now
to that
your
point.
nieces and your nephews.
This is their own.
This is their own Banj.
Yeah.
Okay.
So don't ever look at it based on your own side. Because if you look, those boys, and they do show, should be, which I thought was interesting. Show them camp with their whole palm wine kini.
I
They
like
do
it.
their own festival. We say they
do their
sold out.
own soul. Yes,
So-
you're right.
But-
But I feel like we shouldn't start tagging Rema as
No. It's still too early. I
Yeah,
admit.
John
He's only
Rema
had
now
one
Alté.
hit.
because
He's
I
only
believe,
had one hit.
let him do more than one song.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Because I believe like if your one song is that you're copying someone else, saying that every time.
But not
you
so
go,
everybody they
copy.
come
Not so
out though
but-
when they first start now.
But guy, you don't hear
When
that guy sounds something like Wizkid.
Yeah, but not so
even
you
when
don't
Wizkid
hear
they
now.
sing the song for in cast, it be like saying him thinks and I ain't sing.
Oh,
them.
Whiskey they do
Whiskey,
video.
they record it. It harmonize with them. Say, it's like,
Yo, but-
like maybe it's just they be missing this.
So
Song.
before we go, I want to touch on one more thing before we leave though.
But
There's this.
good luck to Rema, Sha.
Yeah, good luck.
But I better go blue.
I think he has
I think he
potential.
will.
I think he has
I think he
potential.
will, but I think he would eventually find his sound. I don't think it's
You know, he was gonna find his sound, and you're working with one of the greatest Nigerian producers.
To the
ever.
Alté thing I was saying, Alté, I like the sound, I like it. Unfortunately, Nigerians is the same way. I don't know. Nigerians just like dance music. They want to dance. I just said it. DRB Show Them Camp did their own festival thing. Unfortunately, that's what he has to be. Is that they did their own thing. Why can't it be that? And they do. I don't know that time they used to do Star Music Festival or whatever. Why can't they be the ones headlining it? But Nigerian music, no one down one now. Instead, now Zlatan, where they do Zanku music, they're after.
People go still.
They're
flock to
after.
all that
So some people
stuff,
will
man.
still flock to them. But
Asha,
SDC
nobody
has been,
dance to any Asha song
you're
now,
right,
but she's
Sha,
still
but
hammer now.
Asha Ama based on foreign though.
Asha is coming back. She's on her way
I
back
tell
to.
you,
She just
Asha
dropped a
till
single.
Tomorrow, Asha go still
Asha-
collect
Asha-
them
Asha,
8
you're right, Sha,
million.
you're right,
She
you're
just
right.
dropped
Give me
a new
Asha,
single.
you're right, you're right.
So we're gonna do something that we usually do on here, and Fox, you're gonna be kind of shocked, but we sometimes we go from Afrobeat to like American. So
ginger now.
we're gonna take a complete
Yes, father,
180,
confirm.
right? And I want to touch on this abortion bill that just recently came
Ah.
out.
Come on,
Wale
man.
feels quite strongly about it for some
As
reason.
per
I'm pro-life, man.
you're pro-life.
Sorry, pro-choice.
You're pro-choice, right?
Pro-choice.
Yeah.
So
I'm
what
pro-choice.
happened, right? In I think
believe
it
you have
was
the right to make your
Alabama.
decision.
Alabama. Those guys are wilding, yo. They pretty much banned abortion. I mean, they pretty much made it
Nothing.
illegal.
Say even incest, rape, nothing.
Incest,
no one here.
rape, they don't care.
At 6 weeks old, they don't
At
want to
6
hear it.
weeks, it's a wrap. Like you gotta keep that shit. And I think they're trying to penalize the abortion doctors
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
most
if
part.
you do it,
If you do it
years.
like 99
If you do
years
it,
or something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Now this has caused a huge stir for people in Nigeria. In case you're not following, this has caused a really, really huge stir, and people are now the abortion debate is now front and center. And some people are saying that it might even be one of those big deciders. Now, obviously, it's always the economy at the end of the day, but abortion may go up in terms of those deciders. What people are saying is that Alabama tried to pass this law in order to challenge Roe v Wade. For those that don't
Yeah.
know, Roe v
Yes,
Wade
yes.
is a
Yeah, you won't go history lesson today.
no, but just to give them a
No,
little
they will,
background.
man.
Roe v Wade is an amendment. I think it's the 14th, I believe. The Roe v Wade was the ruling, but the amendment was that basically it said every woman has a right to privacy. It didn't say abortion was
privacy.
necessarily a constitutional right, because that was what I thought.
Yeah.
But when I started looking into it, I'm like, it said it had a right to privacy,
Okay.
and within that privacy, they can decide to do whatever procedure they want to do. Now they're trying to challenge this, and they want this thing because they know that obviously it's not going to, a court is going to overrule this new law in Alabama, and they're thinking it's going to go all the way up to the Supreme Court. And given that the Supreme Court is heavily conservative, there's
to
a
pass.
chance that they might actually reverse course
For
on Roe v.
Roe v.
Wade
Wade,
and actually make abortions more limited. Now this is a big deal because I don't think people realize that just the idea of now for me, right, the idea of abortion is not, I don't think it's necessarily a natural thing. I don't think like
Nobody don't ever abort for you.
no
nope.
so no, it happened once. It happened
Oh,
once.
so you don't do
It happened
abortion.
once. So I'm not gonna act like I'm holier than thou.
So if I be daddy now,
But then Wale and I think where we were talking about the fact that there comes a point where it's like, okay, where do you draw the line? Where
Right.
at what age do you draw the line? At what point do you determine whether a baby in the womb is a human and has human rights? Human rights being the option not to be
Because
killed.
you still have the other side of it where we say if you go shoot woman we get belle and she die and the pikin die
Now
now
two
counts.
people you kill now.
Now two counts.
It's two people you
So that's
kill.
an excellent point.
But
But I want us to
what-
get back to that abortion way you do.
Yeah.
You know, let's personalize this a little bit
Yeah.
because I think that's the aspect.
are
of
you
I don't
pro-choice
pay
or
for- I don't pay for two
pro-life? Are you
abortion.
pro-life or pro-choice?
Choice?
Choice. Good.
I don't pay for two abortion myself too. So that abortion way you pay for, right? When they get there, you say, man, I don't carry belly. What was your first thought?
You first relax because you knew.
Now you be.
I was
dey-
young.
I drop and climb the
I was
bed.
young. This was
Yeah,
over
Wale.
10 years
No, I
ago.
just the wonder.
This was over 10 years
At
ago.
least.
I para.
Para.
Okay.
I para. Didn't I say? But Milish brought it up. Like my first, reaction was like, oh, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna get rid of it. Here's the
But
thing,
that was a reaction though.
That
That was
my
an
first-
option.
Yes, that was my first reaction. It was just like automatic. I didn't know the girl really probably wanted to have it, right? And then later on, she told me that she got rid of it, right? But she really hadn't gotten rid of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
she wants snooker. She wants to see as she wants to
see.
as wants to see
And
your
so
reaction.
based on my reaction, then she now
Then she
went.
not decide. So were you
I
like,
got
thank God, or were you like, oh no?
Look, back then, I was like, thank God. I was young. I was about like 20.
You young boy.
You
now.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna act like I'm pro-choice, but then again, it's like it's one of those things that it's hard. It's not easy. Like one thing I hate is when people take this strong stance and be like, oh, how can you try to impose on a woman's body, blah blah blah. We're not realizing that at some point you have to draw the line whether it's a woman's body, but is there another human being in that body that you also want to protect that
People
life?
focusing on this woman issue, like the same way people started posting this 22 men that did this law, and I just laughed and said, guys, it's Alabama. If those 22 people were women, they'll still pass the same law.
Hell yeah.
It's Alabama. Let's not make it a gender war. It's Alabama.
Yeah.
So, but I'm a big fan of you have the right to make your own decision. And I
To
think,
what point?
To what point? Maybe to the point where it's a health risk for you, where you can possibly die.
So
Not
what's
6 weeks.
at
6
like
weeks.
8 so what-
6
what's
weeks
it at like
6
8
weeks
months?
is 2 weeks of you missing your period.
Yeah, 6 weeks. That's picking a kata.
6 weeks is
It
two
never even
two
falls.
No,
two weeks
but
of
some
you
people
missing your
claim at
period.
6 weeks you can hear the heartbeat of the baby.
I don't give a fuck if it
6
get
weeks
if
is
it
at
get
6
singer.
weeks you might not even know you're pregnant.
Yeah, I know.
So how do you expect someone to take care of? And then at least the only thing I like about Alabama is that at least their own stance is I don't care what the situation is. There's no abortion.
But when you
some
say
people
you're
have
pro-choice, if someone decided they wanted to have an abortion at 8 months, do you also think
at
it's their
that point
choice?
it's a health risk.
But what if they decide that they still want to do it?
But
that
that's
they
why I said
choose
up
to do
until the
it?
point. And if they want to take the risk, sure.
So you're okay with
do you know that there are
abortion
people
up
that
until 8 months?
that's tattoo DND on their shirt, on their chest. Do not resuscitate. What's it? DNR.
DNR,
Yeah, on their body. That if you find don't
I'm
resuscitate
really
me,
big on that.
Yeah.
too.
you're allowed to do that.
So what you're
So if
telling
you want
me
to
is
take that choice,
so
do that.
so you're saying that you don't believe that child is a child at 8 months. You don't believe he has human rights,
I believe the rights is still in the hand of the mother at that point.
and she gets to decide whether
That's
she wants to
heavy.
keep
I
it
like that.
She gets
That's
to
heavy.
decide if she wants to keep it.
up
And
until
like I said, I think
up until
health-
birth,
health
basically.
risk.
Because now when they're bonded,
Now
because
when
so this
they're
is
bonded,
what I
believe-
struggle with is this, right? The picking birthday. Now when they're
Now
born,
when they're born,
when you
nobody
come out,
day you conceive am.
now that day you can't collect social. Now that day you become human being, citizen, whatever you want to call him. But at the same time, if they buy that picking inside mama belly, is also a human being. So which one? There's the
So
lines
do we,
here.
yeah, you're right. So
From-
the lines are hard to draw.
Lines are hard for me. The fundamental thing is this: I've always looked at America as the land of the free.
But
You
you're
know.
You're Catholic, right?
I know
Or
I'm
you're
Methodist.
Oh, you're
So
Methodist.
my faith doesn't have. I said I'm a bad Christian already.
All right.
I probably prayed. My back been pepper me on Thursday, so I pray when I wake up, man. My back just lock up, man. So that thing almost kill me. But
Agbatide.
usually Agbatide. But usually I'm not very religious, and I should be more religious, right? So it's not because of my faith. It's just because America is a land of the free.
Yeah.
Where we say people feed do anything they want to do. Man feed marry man.
People have
And that's
guns.
what I said. I gave the example
People have
that
guns.
So
And that's
now
what
all
makes
of a
if
sudden,
you
America
want to
so
wake up
unique.
now and be a woman, you can be.
Yeah.
If you want to be a man and a woman, you can be. So
It's a place where people come because
Yeah.
it's opportunity. So now I'm looking at all these things that are changing.
Yeah.
Because these things are changing in front of us. So we say we know even, you look at all these liberties are going away, right?
Freedom.
The first, this abortion is going on now. Today, one of my coworkers tell me say she go renew her driver's license. Then I said she bring her passport
Yeah.
or birth certificate.
Yeah, there's
Listen, that's
totally-
not changed now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So now you have to be a citizen.
Even speech, like the people are starting to like create these.
wait, is she resident citizen?
no,
or
na
visa?
citizen.
Yeah.
Where we say they born her for year 1972.
She guys go bring her.
She don't
Yeah.
renew her
So if she
driver license
become a
almost
citizen,
like
we think she go
16,
come do.
20. Now that way till they find
that
out
way
who's illegal and
Yeah,
who's not.
they've
So
been,
think
they've
That's why
about
been
she have to
going.
bring her.
We're seeing
her
her
stuff.
birth
Yeah,
certificate.
her birth
We're
certificate.
seeing things change. This type of person don't get driver. Usually, if you want to go renew, they
You
say,
just
bring
go
your
bring your
old
old
one.
one now. Yeah, now.
But now then they say bring your documents.
No, they actually announced that. They
Like
said that you're
accreditation.
gonna, they might ask for your.
So they are
birth
changing all
certificate.
these things. You understand? And we live in a blue state, and we're still seeing
And
all
we're
these
still
things
seeing all
happen.
this, yeah.
So what's happening in all them red states? To me, is absolutely crazy. But I love it. And the reason why I love it now because Rick Ross and I talk something. See, sometimes saying I'm happy that Donald Trump became the president because we have to destroy before we elevate. Say it's good. There's a lot of things we take for granted. Yo, Obama, the waka, correct guy. He looks like that's my president right there. Say, yeah, boy, you know, tell me, but I also imagine. I dreamed last week on Wednesday, say Obama come my house. Okay. If not like, I die. Now that kind of high rise when I get when I stay that time. You know the high rise I talk about. You know, I stay for any high rise for 1,000.
I know the ones now. I know the ones now. Tower ABC.
Yo, I did live for one of those. Obama come visit me. And I remember the dream so clear. Because I was like, what does this dream mean? For me, I'm looking at it like, we have to destroy. Corey, there's certain things with me I never yarn. Most times when we see each other, now start to get breast, now what they talk about.
I know follow you talk that one.
As the yash, they swell up rich. You know, maybe if the conversation go on a little bit, if we talk about 401k or you know, the guys are now way they do one stock trading, way they do that thing.
No.
That's go chop your money or not do it again. No. And they always tell Corey like kalu. So, but the point I'm making is, look at us now having this kind of conversations where we truly have become grown men. Though if not for Donald Trump, we would not be doing this. Let's keep it real. We go still do podcasts. So we'll talk about Rema demo. But we'll go rarely talk about things we matter. So I love this. It's making women. No, it's like 65% of white women are in vote for Donald Trump. Against their own white woman. Against.
Things are changing, man.
So now their eye on the open.
Things are changing.
I love it.
And people are having anxiety almost because they're feeling like it's almost like the ground is.
But like I said, if you start changing,
Trump is a madman.
So here's the thing. So if he changes, let's just say they pass this thing. So what next? Is it going to change?
No, they don't already pass them.
Let's say
Roe V Wade.
So what else is it going to go and overturn?
They go overturn all kinds of things.
Because he started with immigration. Now then they overturn everything. Just they flip him over.
He has already said he wants to overturn birthright citizenship.
Now the next one now. And that one, I don't even know. They get one couple we go adopt Peking from Canada. Canada. We say all in there. Oyibo, gay couple. And when they bring the Peking come, they said no. They said the Peking Canadian citizen. No. They said no. Now we don't adopt them. They said no. They say the league, your marriage does not give you the right. It's not legally binding for citizenship.
Oh dang!
So now you as a gay guy, if you marry gay guy, say you
won't go file.
So that picking where you adopt before it was just nobody was really thinking about it. But now they don't clamp down. Say no, that picking is not based off of saying Papa now. Are you the blood?
So.
That's mad.
But let's see how this goes.
Speaking of Canada, I'm glad you brought up Canada, but because I heard something recently. They said that some of the biggest, people seeking asylum, Niger, we boku for there.
We boku for there.
Like I think over 50% are seeking asylum based off of prosecution of homosexuality.
No, that are the main one where we feel use now, because before we they use say military.
Military.
They get one of my own girls now from New York. We be say. Should be the immunization. Immigration call them now, which they need to immunize for New York anyways. But can you imagine? Can you imagine? But immigration call them, say, no be a bacha na they pursue your papa, them. 1993, 1994.
Bacha don't go now.
They say, bacha don't die since now. How far now? I'm legit.
Wow.
Her family members will never collect, wait still get on green card. We never, some people go do, they go delay. I'm on so their eye clear.
Oh wow.
Which look at what's happening with the Vietnamese people, Cambodian people who support the U.S. troops during the Vietnam War that were now granted asylum mid 70s. They don't pursue them now.
Really?
This guy. I said this guy. He has a hard on for immigration.
And it's the weirdest thing because he himself, in mama, Irish, all in wife, all in picking an uncle baby.
His grandfather now Germany then born him now.
Think I'm now.
Yeah, his dad was born in Germany.
No, his dad.
No, in grandpa's.
He's been lying for years. He's been saying his dad. He's been saying his dad like so many times.
But like grandpa's, go set up a show.
Trump is a madman.
Yeah, so but we'll see where they move with this.
But I love it because if now in that country I ain't get this kind of Trump. America go don't send SEAL 16 6. May they go buy that guy.
It's very eye-opening just to see these changes. It's crazy.
I love
it. It's kind of America. They go African countries.
When next we get that president,
let me tell you,
I really
appreciate
America
that has been going to all these African countries. Say all these your gay laws, cancel it. This thing. I didn't know the ones now.
But the one where they sweep me the most. What was the whole idea behind all them Iraq, all them Arab Spring. Is it not that they need democracy? Libya.
No.
The guy
Libya-
not do them
Libya
anything
get
now. Gaddafi
democracy
not do
now.
them anything. The whole thing I just say,
Gaddafi-
man,
Guy.
we need that's
Guy,
the
if you
dictators.
go,
They
we
need
can
real
do. No,
Yeah.
guy. Let me tell you
democracy.
something. Gaddafi, the real thing behind Gaddafi was, that guy wanted to weaken their currency now. It was 10 African currency. Maybe they use dollar, do
Yeah,
business
he
again.
threatened.
It was going to mess up US.
U.S. imperial power.
It was going to, and they just
Well, we need
push
to
am,
wrap
say,
up.
you know
We need
what,
to wrap up. We
yeah.
need to wrap up.
Well, anyways,
I want to
I'm
say,
not in
say
support
a few
of
things before I leave,
Obama,
man.
Sha, so-
Fox, man, thanks for coming through,
Oh,
man.
thanks for having me, man.
This
It
was
was
a
wonderful.
pleasure. I appreciate your work. I appreciate the way you put us. You put I follow your posts, man, and you always put Nigeria on your back.
Okay, man.
And that's something that I really, really respect. I appreciate you for being my very first guest. It was my honor. And I don't know if you have any shout outs, if you have anything
Oh
that you
yeah,
want to
if you
plug.
follow me on top Instagram, the Fox himself, Africa Today shows on YouTube, Africa Today show. Just search for this thing, Foxy P, my name. I want to shout out to both of you guys. Today was beautiful because I got to see you guys in a different light. While in a person will be saying, I know say if they give her money for website back in the day, you go build the website to make updates. You go need to give her that money, and if you don't even see him again, Corey now somebody will be say was a very responsible young man in college. He dates one girl all through college. When he come out for college, he lose his mind. Became lover boy extreme. Now to see you guys at this level, that's the most beautiful thing. That's why I tell people, don't pray for money, don't pray for anything else, just pray for life.
Yeah, pray for life.
May
Pray for
everybody come up,
happiness.
most see each other.
Yeah, man.
That's it. So appreciate you guys for having me, man.
For sure.
Definitely love to come
And
back
please,
some other time. No wahala.
for sure. And please don't forget, follow us. We're on Facebook, Smiling Sufferer. We're on YouTube, Smiling Sufferer. Just search for Smiling Sufferer. On Instagram, Smiling_Sufferer. And on Twitter, @SmilingPod. Wale, any last words? You want to take us out?
One of our listeners actually requested this song. He knows himself when he hears it.
Okay.
It's called Jaiye by Ladipoe.
Okay.
Yo, Cheech.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know what a hit record is, but yeah, I know I like this vibe. From Lagos Island to Machine Go Lusha. Them no know, but them go no sha. Them soon see the